Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I don't know what you heard about me. What else you can't get $1 out of me? No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a B.I.M.B.
We ain't never met till last week. We went to the BT Awards, and I like Goldie, man. Smooth dude, intelligent.
Oh man, I hear you over here singing my good graces, man. I appreciate it.
Already, family, already. But yeah, y'all already know I'm ready to give him some of this good game or whatever, whatnot.
Man,
Or whatever.
let's do it. Let's do it, man. I'm just getting this making sure this shit don't cut off on us like it did last time on me.
Already.
My shit lagging like a motherfucker, man.
It's cool. They can't stop this game though. Yeah, they ain't gonna be able to stop this game. We ain't worried about it.
Man, it's gonna be a good one. This gonna be a good one, man. Cause listen, I honestly got my own questions, man. I went on YouTube, I looked you up. As you was just saying, man, you know, we just met each other, but you know, we know a lot of the same people, you know, in the space that we come from, you know, it ain't that big. So, you know, I've been hearing about you for a while and we got a lot of the same people in common.
Likewise.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but who caught the fact that TKO said that, yeah, you know, I don't even know you until we met at the BET Awards the other day? First of all, we know he didn't go to no BET Awards, because if he did, TKO would have had at least 10 to 20 pictures on all of his social media platforms showing the entire world that he went to BET. Boy, if you don't stop lying, this man ain't nobody, just like TKO, y'all. He ain't nobody.
So, you know, I've been hearing about you for a while and we got a lot of the same people in common.
Likewise.
Yeah, you know, so it's always a treat when players meet. When we met, you know, that shit was, you know, like it was. We talking about a lot of the same shit, you know, that deep information, you know, that everybody ain't speaking on. We talk on that intellectual tip, you know, things everybody ain't really speaking on. So it was made to happen, you know, and we got it in here. So for the people who don't know, because it's my followers on here too, for the people who don't know, give them your background, man, because I seen that you just got out of prison not that long ago. Well, I ain't gonna say not that long ago. You got a story. You went to prison. You bounced back. You came out of prison. You know, you all on Bigo. You all on these platforms. You know, doing your poly life, having all your wives. Man, give them a background of who TK Capone is.
Yeah, man. I'm just somebody that came from Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know, the average, hood classic, coming from nothing, not having a father, growing up with just my mother and my sisters from CULSA, learning the hard way because I didn't have no mentorship. I didn't have no structure. So I had to bump my head a lot because I was idolizing the dope dealers in the hood. I was seeing how everybody else was having it. And when you come from poverty, you're not really getting educated on no self-help, no self-love, the things that I know now, no spirituality. The best thing for me was seeing the superstars, seeing the gold chains, seeing the new exotic, what back then was the six folds bouncing and all that type of stuff. So I come from that, but I've been doing music since I was 6 years old. I always had a passion for that. Got saved at 16 and just went through life, man. Went through a lot of things in my life. Started to blow up underground with the music with my partner Riff Raff. And that was like 2011, 2013, 2014. Well, 2012, I ended up getting into a fast lifestyle. We're just gonna say that a fast lifestyle was with women. 2012, I ended up getting into a fast lifestyle. We're just gonna say that a fast lifestyle was with women.
TKO Capone, I don't know why you acting like everybody on Beyonce's internet does not know that you are a PIMP. And you talking about it like it was past tense. But word on the curb is you still have a stable of girls that you running in Vegas.
Fast lifestyle was with women, and from there, man, I moved to Vegas, and shit, it was like there's a lot of good things that come with Vegas, but there's a lot of bullshit, once you get inside that system. And with me, just like rest in peace to Simple the P, he said one flaw that he had against me is because of me being so forgiving and too nice to people that's not deserving it. So to make a long story short, in 2014, I had embraced a young cat that was a part of my, my little music group I had going, and I had allowed him to come live with me. He was just a youngster trying to do this music and shit. So he came and lived with me. He invited this white girl that was 18 years old to come, and between 24 hours, man, I was facing life for a crime I didn't even commit. You know what I'm saying? And I can go more in detail about that, but we'll be taking all day for that one. You know what I'm saying?
No, TKO, we are not going to do that. We're not going to hop all around and not really delve deep into your criminal record, because people need to be aware of who you are and the fact that you have multiple criminal charges, including an open pending case. Guys, this is TKO Capone, aka Antonio Keller's criminal record. On April 1st, 2014, he was charged with a felony, the R word, pled down to SA, and acceptance of earnings of a lady of the night, 2 charges of that. This particular case is very disturbing because word on the curb is that the victim was 17. On 10/19/2017, he was arrested and charged with a felony pandering of adult. And we all know that leads back to his career as a PIMP. On 10/6/2020, he was arrested again on a felony for owning or possessing a pum-pum by a prohibited person. On 4/28/2022, he was charged with a misdemeanor for harassment. He is also at this time pending DV charges. So all you lovely ladies out there who are interested in TKO, please do your own research, look him up, and proceed with caution.
But we'll be taking all day for that one. You know what I'm saying? However, I never had to cop to the charge, nothing like that. Never had to. I got coercion. Never had to register as no sex offender, no shit like that. Yeah, then after that, got off on probation. After facing 10 to life for a crime I didn't commit, they gave me probation, 5 years of probation. Came home, ended up, coming from poverty again, getting back on my feet, bubbling up, bought a Bentley, bought an Escalade, bought a Benz for Armani that's been with me for 17 years. After that, I had a new girl that was with me, and I went to Hawaii, and let's just say that her mother was kind of like upset that we wasn't helping her and throwing her money and shit like that. We had already did it prior, but I told her that we ain't gonna do it no more. So she took it upon herself to hit my PO because I was on probation for 5 years. She hit my PO and told him that I left and went to Hawaii for without permission.
Damn, that's cold.
Yeah, they sent me to prison for 2 years for that. So I just came home in 2019 on Valentine's Day. Came back home to nothing again. And I think that's why, a lot of motherfuckers envy me because I'm living like 3 lifetimes. What a lot of niggas trying to accomplish in one life, I didn't accomplish. It's my 3rd time and I'm doing better than what I've ever did because I've lost it and I've gained it, lost it and gained it and lost it again. And now I'm back on the uprise and it's like, this time, I'll praise to the Most High because he's the source of everything. I just decided to let God drive, not to sound all spiritual or biblical, but I decided to let him drive and I continue and I've learned the most important, that God was within me. I didn't look at it from a religious standpoint no more. I understood God on a whole omnipotent, omnipresent. He's within me. He's within everything. So when I started getting more knowledge of God and knowledge of myself, that's when God started manifesting.
And just in case you guys are buying any of his song and dance, I'm going to be inserting clips of a young lady who spent time as one of his ladies of the night. And she has a lot to say. about this godly man. Here's the first clip, guys.
Because I was only there for a full 2 months. Okay? Like physically living, like staying there. A full 2 months. Okay? So.
Okay, guys, so she was there for a full 2 months. Not a real long time. Very short, that's 60 days. So I want you guys to pay close attention to what she says next.
A full 2 months. Okay? So I kept working, I kept doing my thing. The first incident happened when we came home, and that it was a slow night. And if it was a slow night somewhere, because over there you could there's places that you could go and you don't even have to audition, you could just go work. But if it was a slow night somewhere, he expected us to look somewhere else to go work, go make money, or other means to make money. But I have made it clear to him that I wasn't comfortable with, going and doing other things. Now, other girls, because they knew his attitude and they knew his temper, they were willing to do whatever, but I had never seen this temper. So I thought, he'll be cool. Okay, so, my friend said we have to look for other means to make money. I said, girl, but, it's slow. It's just a slow night. It happens to anybody. She said, no, I have to. She was getting very, very agitated and nervous, and I didn't understand where it was coming from. I'm like, okay, but wait, hold on. I don't understand why. Anybody knows, everybody knows if it's slow, it's slow. I guess he will understand that as a person. I don't know. So she's very nervous. No. We need to look for another way to make money. We have to make this money. Let's go talk to people. Let's go. So I'm over here. We're talking to people. We're doing what we have to do, but it's slow. Okay? So then, her not to leave me alone, she didn't go do whatever she would have done, I guess, before. I don't know what she would, I don't know what she would have done because I had never seen her in a slow night, So then, her not to leave me alone, she stayed there because I kept telling her, if it's slow, it's slow, I guess he'll understand, So then she was nervous, but she was, just not to leave me alone. She's like, okay, let's just, we'll explain. So when we get to the house, he's like, where's the money, whatever. We hand him what we have, and he automatically looks at her, and I look at both of them, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? So she says, she automatically goes to apologizing. I'm sorry, it was a slow night. It was a slow night, and she doesn't understand. And I said, well, why? What don't I understand? What don't I understand? I'm thinking in my head, what don't I understand? But I stayed quiet, and he's like, but this is not acceptable. The way that he talks, because he's very, very proper, very, this is not acceptable, whatever. She says, okay, but I didn't want to leave her alone, and she's not fully there. She doesn't fully understand. And I'm like, okay, what don't I fully understand? I understand it's a fucking slow night. We didn't make no money, So then he takes her off to the side. They start arguing or whatever, or talking, but I could hear everything. And she kept saying, oh, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. And I was like...
Now, for those of you who are in the back, I just want to be clear. This sounds like gorilla pimping to me. You mean to tell me that if these girls go out and work and not bring back the correct amount, he gets angry with them and they have to apologize profusely? Guys, I will be inserting more clips so that you guys can get a full picture of who exactly TKO Capone is. Also, The video that I'm inserting excerpts from is from this year. If I'm not mistaken, it's from June.
A whole omnipotent, omnipresent. He's within me. He's within everything. So when I started getting more knowledge of God and knowledge of myself, that's when God started manifesting things in my life to where He made room for my gift. And my gift is having charisma, being able to articulate myself well, you know, having that personal magnetism. So, you know, God opened up this app called Bigo to me 3 years ago, and I just soared. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you heard about the me versus Nature Boy thing that went viral.
That was epic.
Yeah, so from there, you know, I just ended up, you know, finally becoming a entrepreneur, self-made, to where I didn't have to depend on no female or anything like that. I was just making it from the, you know, the Bigo stuff, and my name started getting really big in the social media world, and now, you know, everybody knowing me from the poly stuff. So that's just a little quick backstep.
Let me, man. I got so many questions, but we gonna get to what people really want to hear about, and that's that poly life. That's you having multiple women. That's you having not just a couple women here and there, but multiple women for long periods of time, man. You know, all in the same household. See, a lot of dudes could do it, but you doing it with them all in the same household. We gonna get to that. But you had just said something that I never knew about you. You know, I didn't know you went to prison that many times. I knew you came out and had a redemption story, but tell me this, right? Because I'm always trying to give the people something tangible.
Yeah.
I like what you said. You know, you doing what most people can't do in a lifetime, and you bouncing back and did it 3 times. Pride and Rolls Royce, you big houses, big jewelry, big everything, right? Most niggas can't do that once. You going to prison, losing it all, doing it again and again and again. What is it you think is allows you to be able to do that when most dudes can't even figure it out once?
I think because, you know, I'm resilient, God's mercy on my life, me having an understanding who God is and what I am, because I read a lot of books, you know, that really educated me on myself. And
Hey, that's big. I don't want to cut you off, man. I say it all the time. People ask me, you know, and you know, I don't want to toot my own horn about where I'm at. I got many mountains and many levels to go, but the difference I see in myself and a lot of people who started with me and why I'm a little bit ahead of a lot of people who were right next to me is the books that I read. You know, I feel like that's my secret sauce. It's a lot of game. The best game I've ever got is from some of these books. So the fact that you saying that, and I hear that from almost everybody who's in a good position, they read. And everybody who's not in a good position, most of the time, they don't read at all. But go ahead.
Yeah. So, you know, reading books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, or
One of my favorites.
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Man, I was just talking about that in my group the other day. That's in my book list.
Yeah, and The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle.
That's a good one. We talked about that.
Yeah, it told me it teaches me how to be present in the moment, you know, because when you're in that moment, because a lot of us, we don't understand that we're on autopilot. We don't think that, but we're constantly thinking about what we're going to accomplish or what already passed. But when you live in that moment, learn how to meditate and bring yourself to the moment, the present moment, you begin to get quality of thought, a higher God conscious. You get to tap into your God conscious. I tell people all the time, there's 3 different consciousnesses. It's your subconscious, it's your God conscious, and it's regular conscious. So these are things that I never knew. I never learned in church. I never even knew this type of shit existed, you know? So when I start to educate myself and get knowledge of self,
Y'all, is it me or does TKO Capone sound like Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy? Kind of like he trying to run the same playbook that Nature Boy had. Pay attention. Just pay attention. Let me know what you think in the comments, because that's how I feel.
Start to educate myself and get knowledge of self. I learned how to manifest. You know, I started understanding anything I touch turn to gold, and I think I really believe that. I believe I can have anything in my life. Some people say I dream too big. I say some people don't dream big enough. You know, I feel like it's nothing that I can't accomplish.
Man, I'm big on that. You know, they said, man, you know, living in the present is learning how to live in the present is going to get you success, however you define success, and that's because in the present you can get into flow state. You know, and a lot of people, it's like you said, 95% of our lives or whatever the statistic is, we running off our subconscious programming. We're not even realizing, and that's why we're doing the same wrong actions every day. We're making the same mistakes over and over because we're not present. We're not actually in this moment. We're running on autopilot. You know, and me reading books on the subconscious, being able to figure out how to get into my subconscious, reprogram my subconscious is the reason for a lot of my success. And I would have never learned that without books. So, man, and I think that's why you and me relate, because we on the same type of time. You can't even talk to a lot of people about these different subjects, and
Right.
we on that same type of time. But
Right.
that's
I tell people all the time. I just look this way. I might
I
look like
say the
the
same shit. That's funny. I say the same shit, man. Don't get it pulled. I just look like this. I'm really a genius, though.
Right. I'm really a nerd in my real life, man. And I'm here to add service to the people, and that's what people don't understand. I'm giving people something that they probably never seen before, right? Yeah, I might come up jeweled up, tooled up. Y'all see all the ice and all this other shit, man. But this is really just, a costume that I put on to pull the people in so I can really feed the message, man. Because at the end of the day, what I've gained in my life, that's not going to really help you, but my information will help you. And I'm just really here to lead and teach my people, man. That's like, I'm here to be a service to the people. And a lot of people think that being a king is being served, but a true king is the person that's a service of the people. So I'm learning just to serve the people, live out my purpose on what I'm really here for, man. And that's just being here for the people, man, teaching them.
Okay, yeah, man. I love that. Listen, let me ask you one more thing, then we're gonna get into what people want to know about, right? I gotta ask you, right?
Okay, guys, I am back with yet another amazing book, The Tribe of Judah Experience, authored by Liz. Guys, I have my copy, and I have to say, it is a must read. If you are interested in getting your copy today, all you'll need to do is visit Liz's IG page, which is here on the screen. DM her, and she will give you further instructions on obtaining your copy today. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
Let me ask you one more thing, then we're gonna get into what people want to know about, right? I gotta ask you, right? Because you done went through a couple stumbles and bounced back. What did you learn most from those situations, man? Because some of the times that I fell off the most in my life, man, I learned the greatest lessons. And what did you learn from those situations, going to prison again because you went out of town, going to prison because of having that person around you? What did you learn, and what gem could you give to these people so maybe they ain't got to go through what you went through falling off?
Man, it's so much that I've learned. I don't know where to start. I'm gonna try to consolidate it, bro. But there's so many different things that I've learned. And I only went to prison once. So the first time I was facing life, but I was fighting it in jail.
Okay,
And
yes, so
then,
that's probation.
yeah, they put me in probation, and then I ended up going to prison. And man, some of the stuff that I've learned is stop thinking that just because people praise you and show you love on a daily, that they gonna be there for you. You really only got yourself at the end of the day, and be happy with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, be happy and be content. God honors those who honors themselves. I had to learn that, nobody was gonna save me. I had to stop having self-guilt for myself. I had to grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? From coming up from being a mama's boy and having sisters, I used to want to be babied and nurtured and just loved. And I used to tell my sad stories. And that's another thing. Stop talking about your hard times and your sad stories if you want to manifest greatness, because whatever you put out into that universe, you don't get back. So I had to learn just not to put so much trust in people. And you can be forgiven, but don't. Stop trying to take care of everybody. I always wanted to help a lot of motherfuckers. You can't help everybody, especially if you barely helping yourself. You know what I'm saying? With me, every time I was going up, people would see that shine, they'd see that charisma, they'd see that how ambitious I am, and they'll attract people. They become leeches in your life. They'd be energy vultures. They want that same light that you got. And what happens is people like me, I feel like I'm a natural healer. I like to help the broken. Even when it came to females, I used to want to help the broken. And now I'm like, the level that I'm on, you can't even, if we're not equally yoked, you can't even fuck with me. I'm not here to play builder up to nobody no more, because I love myself that much. I put so much time and effort in who the fuck I am, from reading, from studying, going through trial and error. I'm not about to just give this motherfucking game and this information and this energy to anybody, to niggas or females.
Yeah, hey, man, I got to speak on that because you're saying a lot of the things that I learned, now at this age. And, I had a mentor tell me once, he said, you don't take ducks and teach them to fly. You find eagles and teach them to fly in formation. And so much of my career in my life, I was taking ducks and trying to teach them to fly and working so hard. Not realizing, man, I should have been finding eagles on my level, like you say, equally yoked, and teaching them to fly in formation. And ever since I changed my paradigm, man, I made more success in a couple years than I did the past 10 years. And it just goes to show, I tell people all the time, man, yeah, because it's easy to find ducks. It's a little bit harder to find them eagles. Because if you find an eagle, guess what? You got to be on that same altitude. And that's why I'm heavy on working on yourself. So you can get to that level where you can attract something on that level that you want to attract on. And I tell people a lot of times, man, you shouldn't even be looking for a partner at your level. So you can attract somebody on this low ass level that you at. If you still trying a little bit, so you could attract someone on that level. Otherwise, you're going to attract somebody on this low ass level that you on, and then you're going to be trying to grow and build, and this person just going to be holding you back. So, man, I feel where you're coming from, and I hear what you're saying too, man. Yeah, when you shine in and you got that light, man, it attracts the leeches. But you know, one thing about this game that I know you know too is like we can peek that shit out better than most people can. But yeah, we definitely a lot of people ain't ready for it. When you start having a little bit of shine, a little bit of light, you attract the leeches and the vultures, and you got to be careful because they will come in the form of a friend and act like they love you. All the meanwhile, they got intentions for you.
Man, and you know, we be saying like, I don't know what it is about this word, but in the last 4 years, I've been hearing the most self-love, right? And we think we have self-love, but we don't really know what the fuck self-love is. If you really have self-love for yourself, you're gonna watch what you're eating. You're gonna watch the type of conversations that you're entertaining. You're not gonna just allow yourself to be easily accessible to people. They can't just come around and be in your conversations and things of that nature. So I'm actually learning, and it took me a while. When I'm speaking to myself, because these are all the flaws that I had coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm still working on some of them because I feel like self-mastery is forever a lifestyle for me. I'm trying to conquer the self-mastery and trying to have more structure in every department of my life, mind, body, and soul. So just having self-love, you're not going to overexert yourself for nobody. And that's what I have to learn a lot. Like, how you say you love yourself, but you put in people's...
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I cannot stand a man who is just a fraud. He puts on this facade like he's holier than thou and he's working on himself in every department of his life. Well, y'all, check out this clip.
Okay, so he's like, okay, don't worry, because he doesn't like to get loud. Like, he always stays like really soft spoken. And he says, I don't want to get mad. Just everybody be, let's be honest with each other. Let's work with each other. Remember, we're supposed to be working as a team. If anybody has anything to tell me, just please tell me. Okay, so everybody goes, rest. And when they wake up, the girl says, I need to talk to you. And he says, what happened? She says, I forgot that I had money in my wallet. And not that she forgot, she placed it in another pocket of the wallet, and she had to like hand it to him. And this man didn't even speak. Like, as she was handing him the money, he took his hand and he slapped the dog shit out of that woman. I immediately got up, and my friend put her hand in front of my chest and she said, please don't move, please don't move. I said really loud, like, what the fuck are you doing? And he looked at me and he starts walking towards me, and I said, yo, what the fuck are you doing? She's telling you she forgot that she had the money in her fucking purse. She's giving it to you. He said, who the fuck are you talking to? Who the fuck are you talking to like that? I said, I'm talking to you. What the fuck are you doing? You just put your hands on this woman because she forgot to hand you money? She came up and told you she forgot. What the fuck are you doing? So he grabbed me by the front of my shirt and he pins me against the wall. And I said,
TKO, that does not sound like a man who has been working on himself. You're trying to talk your way into looking like a high-valued man to attract women. But ladies, you have been warned. There are many more women out there who have spoken their truth. Recently, his ex of 2 years, Korea, filed charges in Vegas as well as New York for DV. So again, I'm going to tell you guys, proceed with caution, because I know it's a lot of young girls that's going to be like, oh, he cute, let me see. Just be very careful.
And that's where I have to learn a lot. Like, how you say you love yourself, but you putting people's happiness before yours, or you trying to bend over backwards for somebody that's not bending over backwards for you. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
I'm heavy on self love, man. I got a course. It's called a Gang God Mentality course, and
Yeah.
contrary to most people's beliefs, man, the first module in that is self love. And people will be like, huh? They jump in the course about some game, and they like, man, self love. I'm like, man, where do you think this confidence comes from? It comes from self love, man. Because when you love yourself, you're okay to be by yourself. And when you're okay to be by yourself, you're not just going to have anybody around to have them around like a lot of people do just because they're not okay with being by themselves because they don't love themselves. So when you love yourself and you treat yourself right because you're doing the work, you will never allow somebody else to come in and disrespect you or treat you less than you feel like you deserve. And so everything stemmed from self love. You know what I'm saying? So man, we on the same page about a lot of things. We're gonna switch gears to the topics that I know people really want to hear, and I'm interested in too, man. How did this poly life, polygamy life, having multiple women, having multiple wives, how did that come about?
Yeah. So, like I said, in 2012, I had got into a fast lifestyle. And ever since I was young, I always knew that I had leadership. I'm talking about from, when I thought I was a little game banger, when I tried to, when I was young, or when I was playing sports. I've always had these leadership qualities about me. But like I tell people all the time, just because you're a leader, it doesn't make you a good leader. Because even Adolf Hitler was a leader. And that some people be like, what you mean? No, he was a leader. He was still leading people, but he was leading them to self-destruction. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to destruction. So when it came down to my life, I always knew I had these leadership skills of, people that would listen to me, people that would follow me, but I wasn't using it for the good. So when I had sat down in prison, I had learned that it wasn't what I was doing that was wrong. It was how I was doing it. I was doing it selfishly. And you will never get nowhere far in life being selfish. You got to provide more than what you give. So I've learned, that I got to provide more service and be a servant of the people and not just want to be served, So I ended up starting doing polygamy about 6 to 7 years ago. And I've been doing, the correct term is called polygyny. So I'm going to tell people the difference real quick. So when it comes down to poly, you got polyandry. That's one girl and multiple men. You got polygamy when you're married and have multiple wives, which is illegal in the United States. You got polyamory when everybody's in a relationship with each other. The reason why I'm not polyamory is because all my women are not in a relationship with each other. They're only in an intimate relationship with me.
Hey,
So
straight up. Hey, okay. I'm glad you breaking down the difference. I never knew the difference.
yeah, so the correct term for me is polygyny. A lot of people practice polyamory where everybody's in a relationship with each other.
Okay, guys, so the live ended, if I recall correctly, but they did come right back. So let's continue listening to this conversation and what TKO has to say next.
Back on now.
You want to add yourself on the?
Yeah, you want to do it through the?
Yeah, let's do it through the regular one so you can see everything going on. I'm about to end this one and just jump on because I'm already on.
All right, I'm about to come over there.
Yo, them comments is crazy, man. That shit wild. But I mean, yeah, man. I can't say nothing about it, man. The comments is crazy. And I don't really want to repeat nothing that I don't have firsthand knowledge about because, then I'm just spreading false information. And, I ain't really trying to do that because I don't have no personal information. I met TK, last week. You know what I'm saying? Afi was happening. I want to know, are there these haters on every day on Bigo? Yeah, he told me. So that's why I'm saying, man, I'm not about to repeat nothing just because somebody say something in the comment because, that's.
All right, be back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I had to stop for this comment, y'all. Read this comment. This person is not playing any type of games with TKO Capone. They trying to get the truth out there, and I love that.
Yes, sir. All right, let's do it. Let's let this shit get interesting now. All of these people talking now. You could decide who you want to let up.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Now you can see the comments too. What I don't get is all the evidence.
Okay. We back. We back. We back. We back. We gonna come over here. What it do? What it do?
Hey, you look like you got a player pad, man. You got the player pad.
Get together, man. We're trying to get together. We're trying to get together right now. Yeah.
Tom Knox Tower, what's happening? What's going on? Who want to come up? Who want to come up? Who want to come up? He said, don't pick and choose. Man, I mean, we ain't gonna have nobody on here talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? That ain't this type of party. I'm not. That's not what my motherfucking shit is about. Having motherfuckers come on here and talk crazy. You want to go to another show for that, man? We not doing that over
Yeah.
here. You know, we can have some fun. You know, we can have some back and forth. We can have some disagreements, but we not gonna have no crazy shit like that.
I'll go ahead and translate for homeboy at the top. He's saying we're not going to have no crazy stuff. We're not going to have nobody coming up talking crazy. He doesn't mean talking crazy. He means he does not want to confront TKO Capone with the allegations that are being said in the comments because that's his homie. And quite honestly, birds of a feather flock together. So he might have pending charges his dang on self.
Have some back and forth. We can have some disagreements, but we not gonna have no crazy shit like that go on. That's not what I'm
Yes,
about.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Much love to you too, baby. All right. You want to come up and chop it up with us for a little bit? You know, I'm gonna bring. We gonna interview Young Gojo and Bigo too. So y'all be looking out for. Make sure y'all follow him.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna bring
Hey,
him over there.
shit. Hey, man. The way they coming from Bigo,
Oh, it's
man. I don't know
crazy.
if I want that type of hate, man.
Oh man, you ain't seen nothing yet, but you built for it. If there's anybody that's
Nah,
built
I'm
for it, you
fucking
build.
around. I don't give a
And
fuck,
they
man.
start out
I
loving you
ain't tripping.
first.
I ain't tripping. I don't give a fuck about no hater, man.
Yeah, they start out loving you first. So it just come with it, you
All
know.
right, I got some people in here. You tell me who you want me to come up. We got.
I don't see nobody. Hold on.
Can
Let's
you
keep
see
it
it?
educational. Y'all can drop some questions.
Yeah, drop some questions. K baby. But if it's an interview, he should be able to answer people's questions. Do you have a question since you keep asking about it? If you got a question, how about you come on and we'll see. Anybody who want to jump on, hit the little button and I'm gonna let you on. I'm gonna see if I can add you as a moderator so you can add your own people on here. Let me see how I do that. Add
Yeah,
moderator,
I'm kind of new to the going
TKO.
live on Bigo. I mean, live on Instagram and shit.
Nah, it ain't letting me add a moderator. So trying to
Okay.
see. Hey man, it's a lot of niggas in here. Smooth, Lou, Afi, Res Life, Resi Life, Paylace,
What up, Chocolate?
Mr.
What up?
Expensive.
What up? What it do? What it do? What's going on with you, baby? What's up, Red?
I know Mr. Raw Talk was in this motherfucker too.
Yeah, yeah. I see Raw Talk up over here. Raw Talk. Hey, Raw Talk experienced it from first hand coming over to Bigo. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. He experienced what comes with this shit. You know what I'm saying? He elevated real quick. It's a lot though. You know, they having people in your business too, but
Come
like I
on,
say, man, you just gotta listen to
all
you.
these ladies in the comments, but y'all not hitting the button to get on, man. Listen, if you're ugly, just say that. We ain't worried about it. Just jump on here, man. I hate when all these women got a whole bunch of shit to say in the comments, but won't put their face on camera.
What up,
Don't
International?
ask no questions if you ain't willing to get on camera.
Right. Because a lot of people don't want to, when it's haters, a lot of people don't want to ask questions. They want to just say shit. You know what I'm saying? You said, can you
He said these
add?
women keep talking about some. You see that comment right there?
Nah, I didn't even see it. Hold on. Somebody had text me just in here. I can't mod.
Man,
I can't make you as mod. Leave a comment real quick. I'm gonna try to make you as mod. My mod.
who me?
Nah, somebody had texted me and told me to make a member.
Man, we still got only 3 people trying to jump on. I guess you just gonna have to answer questions from the
From the comment.
comments.
They go Raw Talk right there.
I can't recognize without the Bigo filter. Asking about his ladies and jealousy. We already asked that about the jealousy and shit. He talked about that already.
All right, there you go. Let me mod you real quick.
Now, y'all see that comment? It says, go to YouTube and type in TKO Beats Korea. Now, if y'all do that, you're going to see some really alarming information about this man.
All right, it's not giving me that option. We got
And listen, I'm gonna start to think that a lot of these comments is fake pages with Broad's pictures on them, man. Because if you got an opportunity to jump on here and you not, but you got a whole lot to say in the comments, man, you might be might be a fake page. But if it's man, we got a lot of people in here though. We got a lot of people in here. What y'all got to say? What y'all got to say?
Dang, really, Breeze, what's good? What's good? Real talk.
A couple players in here, man. A couple players in the chat.
Put some drips up in here if you
Look at
if you want to
the
come up.
question box. Oh, okay.
You said what? What up, Fly Boy? What's up? What's up with my boy Reese? I see you. What it do?
What's up with these questions, man? It's wild. Can you see the question box, or is it just me?
The question box? Nah, I ain't never seen it. Nah, I think it's just you. What's
Man,
good with you, Red?
they
You want to come
talking.
up? What's up, Armani? What's up, baby?
They talking.
What up, Beauty?
Crazy in this motherfucker, man. TKO was good to you.
What's up, Prince? What's going on? If you want to come up, get inside the queue. Just
Yeah,
put in some
man.
drips. I
Some
see
ladies
everybody
come
put some
up
drips.
and talk to us.
Hey, flood it with drips. If you support this shit, y'all loving this bill right now. Y'all fuck with Al Capone, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Put some drips up in there. Y'all already know how we get down.
Hey, man, you asked me, man, the love looking real, man, the hate looking fake, man, because the hate.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I love the way these comments is standing on business.
Haters, man, keep saying
They just got their foot on TKO neck and they not stopping. And in all of the comments that I'm pointing out, 0 lies detected.
the same shit, make me feel like it's the same person with multiple accounts.
You know, I tell people all the time.
But you getting a lot of love right now because I see the drips coming through.
Already. But like I tell people all the time, though, you know, the reason why the hate be looking so much sometimes is because when people love you, they just watch you, right? But when people hate you, they try to promote you, they slander you, they flood the comments with, bullshit and shit like that. But it's always gonna be, I got more love than anything. But as far as the hate, they just better promoters, I guess.
Nah, that's a fact, man. I had a motherfucker. I wrote back the wrong person on Instagram one time, and this motherfucker made like a whole bunch of bots saying the same shit on my profile. I'm like, man, you see, a hater go through a lot of lengths to really fuck your shit up.
Man, that shit crazy. Yeah, that shit crazy right there.
Man, listen, you can't just be saying shit. Listen, man, you can't just say shit and just because you say it, niggas take it as fact, man. You can't do that. You got to come with something. It's like paperwork, man. You can't, it's blasphemous to go around calling a nigga a certain name if you don't got the paperwork to back it up. And I'm not going to repeat nothing, that you can't show me some evidence of. Because then I'm worse than the broad, man, just putting gossip out there.
You know what come with it, man. They come with it, so I guess they don't want to come up with this motherfucker, though. What's up? Y'all ain't coming up?
Okay, somebody said, how's your TV show going?
Actually, I didn't tell nobody about that, so.
Keep that under wraps.
Yeah, I didn't even tell nobody about that. Yeah.
Somebody said, how long have you been doing poly?
7 years. I've been doing it for 7 years. Yeah.
Do you set up and help these women with credit?
Is that a question or you just reading?
No, I'm just reading questions, man. How do you manage having personal time with a new baby and multiple women?
I think I think my household is really just organically. Like, everybody not just sitting around on their ass waiting for some time from me. We all busy handling business, doing what the fuck we gotta do, So, it's not, I'm working, I'm moving. Like I just came back. I just not like I said, we was now out there in LA for the weekend. So I'm always moving around, but then when I come through, it's just organically. One wanted to come lay down with me for the night or hang out with me. My daughter just want to chill with me for a little bit. It's just I don't know. It just happens organically.
Somebody
Yeah.
said, "What was that about with 2 Chainz?"
Oh, you talking about 2 Chainz? Well, shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm knocking for the third grade. I knocked him, man. All I did was give her some animal crackers and a motherfucking apple juice. You know what I'm saying? Knocked her. Knocked him. He been mad ever since, man. Yeah. 2 Chainz been mad at me ever since, man. So, when he see me at the BET Awards, he didn't want to shake my hand. It's all good. Shout out to 2 Chainz, though. It's all good. It's just some animal crackers and some motherfucking apple juice, bro. That's all.
Yeah, man.
That's my story. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Nah, that's for sure. That's for sure. It was good times up there where they just restricted my account for cousin. Man, y'all don't got no good questions on here, man. That shit is like, man, we got 500 people in here and y'all ain't got no good questions. It's like 3 dudes who want to come up, man. I only wanted some females to come up unless you wanted to let somebody else on. We could let somebody on.
Yeah, you know how this shit go, man. A lot of people, it's kind of like when you drop a video, everybody don't like the video, but you see hella views on the video. A lot of motherfuckers don't come to show love, you know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers just come to look, to speculate. They sure don't want to show their face and come up here. That's the thing that's different. They sure don't want to come up here.
All right,
You know what I'm saying?
somebody asked, how did you get your first woman when you had your first woman? How did you get her down with to having other women?
Shit, I'm not trying to get nobody to be down with nothing. I'm gonna live my life, and you can either vibrate to what I got going on in my life, or you can keep on going. Because what you won't do, the next person will. I'm never trying to convince a girl to get with my program. Yeah. I just live a certain type of way, and if you want to be a part of it, so I ain't never have to convince nobody.
Nah, that's real. That's real. I'm the same way, bitch. Yeah. You can get with it or get lost. All right, we got a female on here, chocolate cocaine. I'm finna bring.
Interested in a great read? Check out Greatness is a Habit authored by Aaron Dixon, also known as True. Many of you know him as True. He has authored this amazing read. The book is available on Apple Books. Get your copy today and stay motivated to win.
Same way, bitch. Yeah. You can get with it or get lost. All right, we got a female on here, chocolate cocaine. I'm finna bring her up.
All right.
Hey, oh, sorry. Hey, TKO. Hey,
What's up,
Goldie. How you
baby?
doing?
What's going
Oh,
on? You
I
can't
lost
put your
my
face
voice.
on the camera?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hey,
What up, baby?
TKO.
what's going on?
How big do you want your family to grow to as in Poly? Like the women and everything?
You say how big do I want my family to be?
Yeah.
I ain't got no, like I tell people all the time, it's really quality over quantity. So I ain't got no specific number because I feel like if I had a specific number, that'd be ingenuine. I just know that, I just want women that's with me that's gonna play a specific role that's gonna complete the empire. And it could take one more woman doing it. It could take multiple more. It could take 5, 6, 7. I don't know. So I'm not gonna limit the universe. I'm not gonna limit anything. I'm just gonna go with the flow. And whatever makes sense, makes sense. But it gotta be quality people though. Quality women.
Okay. When did you realize that Poly was the lifestyle that you wanted?
About 7 years ago.
7 years ago. Did you go through something that said, I think I want to, more women in my life? Or is that just something you just said, hey, let me try this out?
So you must not been in the earlier. I had broke all this shit
No,
down.
I didn't come in the beginning because I was putting
Oh,
my
okay.
kids to
Yeah, that was
sleep.
like one of the first questions that you asked me. So basically, I was in a fast lifestyle, and I was making certain moves, and it wasn't how I was leading. It wasn't what I was doing. It was how I was doing certain things. So I always have the leadership, the guidance, and the charisma to always pull people to me and make people want to listen and follow me. But I was doing it for a selfish reason. I was walking around selfishly wanting to be served, and I learned that a true leader is the service of the people. So now I became more of a servant to the people. So, and part of that's what made me really want to come back out and be a little bit better. Instead of being self-serving, but be more, add too much service to the people.
That's good. A lot of people can definitely take notes from you because you're so open with Polly. And so I think that's so wonderful.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but who's taking notes from this man? What you guys are looking at right now is his criminal record. He has multiple felony charges, and he's currently pending DV charges recently filed in the state of New York and Vegas. But people need to take note from him. She clout chasing. She either clout chasing or she one of his drip angels. Or she's a wannabe. She's a pick me. She wants TKO to hook up with her.
Because you're so open with Polly. And so I think that's so wonderful. You express yourself, you tell people, like you said, you don't have a number of how many women is who you love and who you get a vibe from. So, I really appreciate that. But a lot of my questions were answered because I did watch your live. I just know people weren't really asking questions, but
I know,
I
you know,
appreciate how the poly
you be
dynamic
coming,
that you
yeah, because you be
follow.
showing love. You be coming up on my big O.
I do.
You
Nobody
know,
wanted to come up. I said,
yeah.
let me come up, ask some questions for people that don't really know you, people that don't come on Bigo, people that don't know TKO Capone from there, which you talk about it all the time. So I said, let me just come up, ask them some questions so people can
And let
understand.
me put this out there.
Um,
Let me put this out there. Somebody said something about pimping. I always say this: poly and pimping is two totally different things. Poly ain't pimping and pimping ain't poly. It's totally different lifestyles.
right,
Stop saying that we're just because you see a black male or some fly shit with most.
That's an accurate statement because polygamy and pimping are two different things. But I have a question for TKO Capone, aka Antonio Keller. Why are you mixing the two? Guys, check out this clip.
Their money, everybody was fine. Nobody will give attitudes. Everybody was good. As long as he had his money, he was happy. And that was that. Okay. So then the next incident was we all got to the house and everybody's giving the money. Everybody's doing what they have to do because there were working girls, the ones that worked in sleeping with people and the ones that worked in dancing. So a girl is taking the money out of her.
Now, you guys heard her say that there were girls who slept with people for money, aka ladies of the night, and also exotic entertainers that gave him money. And he's trying to say he's not a pimp. Okay.
right,
Stop saying that we're just because you see a black male or some fly shit with multiple women, it doesn't make him a PIMP.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect the game like that, and don't disrespect somebody that's living a poly life like that. You know what I'm saying? Poly is for poly and pimping is for pimping. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different. And if you knew something about this, you would know it's a total difference. You know,
right.
total difference.
But that's it. I'm gonna let other people come up. I just had, those two questions. You're doing real good. You're doing real good.
It's
You
all
got a
love.
lot
Thank
of
Appreciate it, buddy.
support.
Hey
You're
TK.
welcome.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you coming on.
Already.
You know, TK, I had I don't know if y'all know who Jimmy Starr is, man. You know, it was a
You
mentor
know,
of
I
mine
know.
back in the day, RIP. But he used to tell me, he used to say, pimping is the art of utilizing a woman to do your bidding, no matter what that bidding may be. And you know, a lot of people may disagree with that terminology, but you know, that just came to my mind when you saying, you ain't pimping over there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh, Jimmy Star.
He said, I know the difference. I'm just saying that you put this on YouTube, bro, not the skill. Somebody Lou said, the hell with Polly. Man, what you gripe with Polly, Lou? Smooth, Lou, what you gripe with Polly, man? You want to jump on here and what you don't like about Polly? Tell me though, TK. I know you out there in Vegas and shit like that, and you doing the poly thing. Do you have, them hoes out there that be trying to fuck with you and be trying to, stop hoeing and start just choose up to some poly type shit? I know you do.
Oh, yeah, 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 of course. But, it's a sketchy game. Like, you know,
Look, Unc in
everything
the
for me, man.
chat Dre in the chat, he said pimping is not what you do, it's who you are. Mel Taylor. Shout out Mel Taylor.
Shout out to Pops. I see you. For sure. Like I tell people all the time, like, man, they giving football numbers for that shit. So if I'm already doing something as an entrepreneur, something good for myself, you know, I'm not codependent on nobody. God has opened up a room for my gift, and I'm over here accelerating for the last 3 years doing the social media shit. You know, I got to be very careful of women that's in that lifestyle because I believe that, you know, it's hard to get out that lifestyle. Once you in that, you may say that you might want to come over it, but it ain't that easy. If you've been a 304 and really stumping down, you're not going to just come over and be like, well, I want to stop being a 304 so I can start popping. You're going to still have that up in you because you're not about to be running or working some cubicle like that. And I ain't about to fuck up my position for none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, you know, the wrong motherfucking bride to get up under me and I'm not knowing what's going on. I'm thinking that she going to work or something else is going on. And she over here turning tricks, and now those people looking at me because I'm too public for that.
Nah,
I have to be the dumbest PIMP to be on lock because you know it's more of a secret society. You know it's behind the scenes. My life is too public. That's why I be telling people all the time when they be seeing me, they be trying to say the PIMP shit. I be like, man, I'm too public for that shit. I got a bullseye on me. Everybody watching me. I'll be a dumb ass nigga to be involving myself in something like that. And it's just not for me. You know, I like doing what I do. Shout out, you know, much love for the game and everything.
I totally get it. I know why he needs to distance himself from being a PIMP. He's not dumb. He's a convicted felon. He's been arrested multiple times for that same activity. So he would be foolish to admit on Beyonce's internet that he's still doing that. But y'all, check out this clip.
My job. I seen TKO on Facebook. Every day I would get on Facebook and he would just keep popping up on my timeline. And I was like, damn, he fine. He used to have photo shoots and he used to have the greatest pictures. And I was like, all right, this is the third time he pops up. Let me just hit you up. So I hit him up and he said, give me your number. Let's meet up. And we met up. He took me out to eat. He took me to the studio. And he started talking to me about how much money we could make. I told him I always wanted to be a rapper. I always wanted to be an actress. And he said, we can go to LA. We can get this money. He told me about prostitution. And he said, they really don't want sex. They just want to spend time with you. So we can do this. We can make a lot of money. We can become rich.
But he's not a pimp. But he's sitting up here grooming young women, telling her about Lady of the Night services and how easy it is to get the money. Boy, if you don't go sit down somewhere, TKO Capone.
You know, I like doing what I do. Shout out, you know, much love for the game and everything and shit like that. But you know, I just love where I'm at in life. I evolved as a man and where I'm at in my life. You know.
Somebody asked, if you had children with other women, how do you think your main woman would feel who you have the baby with?
I think before we had our daughter, it probably would have been, some issues. You know what I'm saying? But now that we just not had our own daughter, first, I think that because she's been with me the longest, so I think that I think everybody would be with it. I think she'd be with it.
Let me see. Let me see. Hey, we don't care if the FBI watching, man. We ain't doing nothing wrong, man. We ain't doing nothing illegal around here. We ain't talking nothing illegal. We ain't worried about that.
For sure, for sure.
You don't. That's free. Married men giving advice about the game is crazy.
It'd be hard for me to read some of these comments.
China doll in a house. My question is, what makes him think he is so special? Oh, speak on that. What makes him think he is so special that these women have to drop a hefty bag to be with him? I'm sure he could explain why he's a next level
Well, first
top
of
1%
all, it's not
individual.
about being special. First of all, the hell, you don't have to drop a hefty bag on me to be with me. So let's go ahead and just continue that thought. It's never about that. If you with me, you're gonna be contributing. What makes you feel like you're so special? You can sit on your ass and not do shit and smell your farts all motherfucking day. So that's how I look at it. You ain't gonna be around me not doing nothing. I'm not even attracted to a woman that ain't got no ambitions, that ain't trying to go for anything. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you fucking with me, you don't have to contribute. That's anything. If you buy your goddamn self as a single woman, you should be contributing. You should be doing certain things. You should be working. I'm pretty sure you ain't sitting on your ass not doing nothing. So when you get around me, you ain't gonna be sitting on your ass either. It's that simple, you know. So I don't know what y'all be thinking this is King Tut or the Prince of Egypt, just because I'm doing poly. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna be sitting over here taking care of y'all. I can be by myself if that's the case. So I want a team player. A part of a team is everybody playing their position. That's why we're a team. That's why I strengthen numbers. So yeah, so you gonna contribute, but it's not about dropping some hefty bag. Just come with your whole mind when you fucking with me, and you know, just be in alignment with the vision that God put me on earth for. Everything is about being purpose driven.
Man, you know what's crazy, TK?
Yeah.
Man, somebody jumped on my live yesterday on some wild shit. Now, it shit was hella like baffling. I'm like, what the fuck is this bro talking about? And now that I see, they must have seen us. They must have seen you post some of me and jumped on my live because they saying the same shit. Jumped on my shit on some wild shit, and I ain't see where it was coming from, but I get it. It must have been one of your people. Oh yeah. Well, she
Oh
got
yeah,
on
that
there
Bigo.
like, man, I'm trying to get justice for so and so. I'm like, where is this shit? This is
Oh yeah,
not
that
your type
Bigo.
of show.
That Bigo a little strange.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, that Bigo a little strange,
Yeah,
especially if you ain't used to
when
it.
it comes to the house, man. Yeah, man. You know that poly lifestyle, man. I done heard like, when they break it down, when I've heard different people break it down, and they just break down the like you said, strength in numbers when it comes to not just the income, but just the resources that you all could pull together. How much time I heard somebody break it down like this one time. How much time you have in a day? You got to cook, you got to clean, you got to take care of the kids. Once you do all that, how much time you got left? But when you got multiple people around, somebody cooking, somebody cleaning, somebody doing that, it frees up everybody's time. So,
Right.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at how somebody living a lifestyle. You know,
Yes indeed. Yes indeed.
deflect about Bigo, water is saving them. Come on, man. Come up with some questions. Somebody jump on here. When you ladies jump on here, let's make this interesting. Talking about Bobby. Let me look at these questions. See what we got in here. Man, these motherfuckers is federal on here with they fucking questions, man. I promise you,
Yeah, it's a
this
little.
shit is.
You got a jiggy though.
Man, let me know. I got some people in there that want to come up. Yeah, man, they just.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's all they do is they watch me all day on the other app. Like I said, I got over 1.7 million followers. So this is all day, every day. So if I got so many admins over there,
Right. Like he
yeah,
said, most of the comments is capped because they won't come up and say nothing, man.
yeah,
So I can't believe it, man. If you ain't willing to put your face on here and say that shit, man, I don't believe it, man. Because if you was willing to come up here and say what you was saying in the comments, but y'all don't even want to come up here and say the shit in the comments. They hating hard, yeah, they hating hard. What's out there, man? That shit is wild. All right, you want me to pull up one of these dudes in here?
yeah, yeah. You can, you can,
All right, let's see,
if you
let's
want
see.
to.
Hey man, you know how it be. You having all these women and shit like that. It kind of trigger a motherfucker who can't get one bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know how it be. You having all these women and shit like that. It kind of trigger a motherfucker who can't get one bitch. You know what I'm saying? You
You
out here
come with
living
it.
how you
You know,
living, half
I
the
ain't
bitches
worried
ain't.
about it.
I told y'all in the beginning of this video because I felt homeboy at the top's energy. He says to TKO, you know how it is when you got all these women. Some people will get upset because they can't even get one female dog curse word. Like, what? How did they go from women to female dog? Like, you see what I'm saying? Birds of a feather flock together.
Motherfucker who can't get one bitch. You know what I'm saying? You
It
out here
comes with
living
it.
how you
You know,
living, having a
I ain't
bitch of
worried
their
about it.
dreams. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't worried about it. I've been doing this shit for so long. I ain't worried about it. I love it. It come with the shit.
Right, right. I just let somebody up, but I guess he ain't. I'm gonna let somebody else up there. I see Sage. You keep writing comments. Why don't you join the live, ask some questions? DeMonica,
Oh yeah, appreciate
man. Somebody said you don't know how to remain biased. You mean unbiased? Motherfucker don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean it's my motherfucking show. I can be whatever the fuck I want to be. You know what I'm saying? This ain't, my show ain't for that. You want to
that.
do that
So,
type of shit, man. Go on Wendy Williams shit, man.
right, the show was about interviewing Tiki Rapone. It wasn't about satisfying the comments.
All right.
Bullshit trolling they on.
She said, "I'll join." But what you want me to say? I want if you got a question, join. If you got a question, I mean, shit, you can ask. I got a guest on here who live a poly lifestyle. He doing this, he doing that, man. Why don't you? Shit, I got. Okay, she on.
Am I on?
You
What it
on?
do,
What's
what it
going on?
do.
What's going on?
I
What's
don't
up?
have a question.
What?
I don't really have a question. You answered everything.
Do you support poly? Like, do you support poly or no?
I mean, I like whatever you like for you, you know?
Yeah, what do you
It's
like
not
for
for
you?
me.
Are you monogamous? More monogamous?
Oh man, sound like
Absolutely.
she choosing to me. She said she like whatever you like, man.
I like what you like for you. He heard me wrong.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I'm monogamous. And I'm waiting for my husband. I don't really want to live in a house full of other women while you play.
Is that how you look at poly? Is men just playing? You think it's just a playing thing?
Pretty much. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that means you probably don't have the proper understanding then, you know,
Okay, break it
because you
down
can
for me.
play, because you can play without even being in a relationship, you know. You can play anytime, you know, but everybody do their poly different. It just depends on who you follow. But I know when it comes down to me and my lifestyle, you know, I'm not
Okay.
here to play. You know, I'm not here to sit up there and play. I'm here to build with my people, you know, build with my queen.
I know he not up here on Beyonce's internet playing with that fake sprayed on beard. Y'all know that sprayed on, right?
You know, one is better than two, and two is better than three. So when you got people that's all in one accordance, you
Mm-hmm.
can accomplish any goal that you want a lot more faster. You know, so when it comes down to me, it's all about building though. You know, building, elevating, supporting the vision that's going. So
Okay. You mentioned earlier that you had problems building with one girl. Hold on. Oh yeah. You said you had problems building with one woman, right?
I've had,
Most of your problems came from one-on-one relationships,
yeah.
and
So
so now
so
you're in a
so,
multiple relationship with like four different
so let me
women.
ask you this. Let me ask you this
Hmm.
before I answer the question, Queen. And I want you to be honest with me, all right?
Okay.
First of all, how old are you? Are you in your 30s or are you in your 20s?
I'm in my 20s. I'm 28.
You're 28.
Hmm.
Okay. And if you be honest,
Hmm.
ever since how many relationships have you had?
4.
You have four, right?
Hmm.
And you're single right now, right?
I am.
Okay, so if you're single right now, that means none of those monogamous relationships work. So basically, all I'm saying to you is, in my life, a lot of monogamous relationships didn't work for me either. You know, so when it comes down to the poly, I've been more successful doing my poly stuff than with my monogamy shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So at the end of the day, it's not just, it's easy to look at somebody that's broadcasting their life and point and kind of scrutinize what they're doing and saying, well, this didn't work for you, this didn't work for you. But I think a lot of us, a lot of people that's in the comments, we all been in relationships that didn't work. Relationship ain't an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. So make sure you find somebody that's equally yoked. Make sure you, more importantly, have some self development. I feel like most of you healthy shouldn't even be in a motherfucking relationship because y'all haven't even did the proper work on yourself yet. But make sure that you
Of
do
course.
whatever healing that may need to be taking place and get knowledge
Mm-hmm.
yourself and grow. And then you'll attract somebody that's in that same type of frequency. That's it.
Yeah, so I'm actually working on myself in more ways than one. Waiting for my husband. And so for you, do you take healing breaks in between
Do I
dealing
take
with women,
healing?
or
You
you
said
just jump from portal to portal?
do I take healing breaks?
Yeah, like do you heal yourself, or you mess with
Yeah,
one
I think
woman
that
and
you
you
should
back to back?
always, yeah, I think that you should always, before you enter into any relationship, you should heal first. You shouldn't, nobody, the next person is not going to be worth whatever baggage you're coming with. So, yeah, most definitely take out the time to heal. Love yourself. I love you so much that, I want to make sure I'm in the right type of place mentally, have the right type of peace that's needed before I even allow myself to be in anybody else's energy in the first place. I love me that much. I spend a lot of time with me. Yeah. So yeah, I think healing is very necessary for anything.
And why do you feel like you need more than one woman?
I don't feel, it's just part of my life. That's like me saying, why do you feel like you need to be in a monogamous relationship? Your question to me, you'll be like, damn, it's just natural for you to be monogamous. When you feel like that, when
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
you just feel like it's monogamous, like you just not saying you're waiting for your husband. So that's like me saying, why do you feel like you should be waiting on your husband? You be like, well, that's the natural thing. It's something natural for you. So it's natural for me to have multiple women. I don't
Okay,
feel anything.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Yo, I got a
I'm
question,
done.
right? We gonna while you up here. Now we appreciate you coming on too. While you
Mm-hmm.
up here, we gonna do something for you, right? I feel like
Okay.
everybody should see where they at. I want to know all the dudes in the comments who's listening to Sage, right? Based on how she's came, her energy, what she talking about, how she talking, how she looking. What would you guys say she has a likable personality and she's somebody that you guys would want to deal with?
Wow.
I'd like to know the consensus. What do you guys think? Like she said, she waiting for her husband. It's 500 people in here. How
Okay,
many of
but
y'all, based on what she came like, how she talking, how she sounding, her questioning, who would say, you know what, I'm the one she waiting on?
my husband not in the
How
comments.
you
I
know
can
that?
tell you that right now.
How
How
you
would you
know
know
that?
your husband be from? Why would you even manifest it? Why would you even speak that into existence? You
Because I
never
don't
know
think my
him.
husband in the comments. My husband is a leader, and so
So
you
you
can
can't be a
find
leader
leaders
in the
in one or
comments?
two. It depends, but eventually his presence will be
So
known.
how
I'm in the
do you feel
comments.
about this? Say a couple people saying you got an attitude problem. What do you say to
I don't
that?
give a. I don't care.
Oh, see, it looked to me like you proving everybody right. So how do you think you gonna find the right husband if you don't give a fuck if you got an
He not gonna
attitude?
talk. He not gonna talk to me. My husband will never put me in a situation where some strange people in the comments got to tell me about my personality, when he the leader of life.
I wish
So
they
I
had
don't
polls
got to
in
worry
here
about
so we
that.
could like do a poll. I want to do a poll for you,
I
Sage,
don't
because
got to
you
worry
know what
about
I feel
that.
like. I feel like
I came out here to vibe.
listen,
I came out here
Sage,
to vibe.
Sage.
Mhm.
Check this out. Check me out. I feel like you
Okay.
need some self awareness, Sage. Right? You
Mhm.
talking about you want a husband, right? You want a leader. And do you feel like a leader is looking for the type of woman that you are? Do you feel like you have the characteristics that are balanced out for a leader?
Mhm. Mhm. Yes, I don't
Yeah.
think that you know what type of woman I am.
And that's what I'm about to ask. That's crazy you say that. So look, I want to ask you, what do you have to offer as a wife? What makes
Hmm.
you wife material?
So many different things. I think that I'm a nurturer by nature, and a nurturer is a grower. I think that I'm magnetic. I'm creative, and when I say creative, I'm fluid. And I think when you're in a fluid energy,
You're able to
Break down.
connect.
What do fluid mean? You
You're
can't just be spouting
you're
out
able
words. You got
to.
to break
Can
it
I
down.
finish? Can I finish?
No,
Because
you can't finish.
you
You can't
breaking my
finish. You can't
flow.
listen. You got to break down what you're saying because you can say some shit that sound good, but I want to know what that means. What do fluid mean? Break that down for me.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're just saying words that don't mean nothing. What does fluid mean?
First and foremost, thank you for liking my word choice. Secondly,
It sounds
fluid
nice. I
means
just want to make sure some substance behind it. What does that mean? Just so we
okay.
clear.
Fluid means water. It just is. A fluid is natural, like you said earlier. It's a flow. It's a rhythm. It's a cadence. Is beyond measure, you know? It's like water. So I want to be able to flow without interruption. I want to be able to grow. So when it comes to what I can offer, I bring my whole spirit. I bring all of my emotions. I bring my mind, my heart, my body, my soul. I try to listen. I'm strong in a lot of different areas. And when it's used correctly, I'm powerful. Um, I'm brave. So and I'm
So,
me, and I'm me at this level, and this is just the beginning for me. And I really think I see myself being everything that I envision myself to be. And so when I get there, I'm really gonna be supreme. And so I don't think that I'm gonna be able to reign and rule and really have that vision that I have in my heart and my mind and my soul without a king. And so I want to be married, and I've been prepping for marriage, and that's
you
where I'm
know
in.
what's wrong with a lot of women? And sorry to cut you off. Is y'all look at
Mhm.
marriage like the motherfucking Super Bowl. There's a lot of motherfuckers that grow up from elementary to middle school to high school, and they just can't wait to get married. After college, just wait to get married. Do you know how many motherfucking miserable people there are in marriage, but they stay in that motherfucking relationship just for the sake of saying, you know, I got a motherfucking ring, but they don't want to have anything else because you're not looking for a man that's gonna fulfill you. You're looking for a man that's gonna give you this marriage ring and give you because you've been thinking about this shit ever since you was a motherfucking little kid and you're not looking at the principles of what a man is even offering the guide you and lead you. I know a lot of women are, and the reason why I say this, Queen, is
Are you
because
talking to me?
hold on, let me break this out a little bit better, baby.
Okay.
Um, I've met a lot of beautiful women. I'm talking about this beautiful, nice, intelligent women.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them have told me, like, man, Capone, you check off everything on this list. You smart, you intelligent, you know, boom, boom, you ambitious, whatever, right? You check off
Mm-hmm.
everything that I want in a man, right? You're attentive, you're a listener, you're opinionated, you can guide me. But the only thing I don't support about you is you have multiple women. So what they'll do is they'll overlook me, right? And then they go to
Mm-hmm.
somebody else who don't even have half of that list, don't have half of that list, but just for the sake of saying this is my own. So what's happening is we're not looking at a man for progression, we're looking at him as for possession. Relationships is never supposed to be a possession. It's all about progression in it.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is we have a lot of women, just for the sake of saying this is my own, because y'all was taught that learned behavior. Y'all not knowing, understanding what this shit is really about. You should be fucking with a man, whether he put a ring on your finger or not, a man that's fulfilling you. A man that's
Mm-hmm.
fulfilling the things that you need in your life. The things that you need from that man, if that dude is doing that, if he's leading you, guiding you, giving you emotional stability, mentally, physically, doing everything that you need to do as a man, it don't minimize that man down to a motherfucking ring. What do a motherfucking ring just say? Because a lot of motherfuckers that might give you a ring that might not be shit.
So I'm not
So
minimizing it
what?
to a ring.
So you
That's not
say
what
what?
marriage means to me.
So
And
what?
you can't really define how I've been looking at marriage my whole life, or
So I'm
when I actually
asking you.
wanted
So I'm
marriage.
asking you. So I'm
So
asking you this.
let me. Okay, if you can
What
cut
are
me
you
off, I
looking
can
for in
cut
a
you
man?
off.
What are you looking for in a man?
Let me tell you why I can cut you off, because I'm not submissive to you. I'm not your woman. So we either gonna have a mutual conversation with respect, and I'm gonna be quiet when you speak. You gonna be quiet when I speak. If we can do that, can we do
Wrong,
that?
Baby.
wrong. This is my show, you know, and here's my co-host. You know what I'm saying? So you come after him because this is the platform. You understand what I'm saying? If you can't deal with that, then we gonna have to get off of here. You understand what I'm saying?
So you want
You
me to
know,
submit to you?
I want you to submit to the platform. You know, this is my platform. This is my co-host. You know what I'm saying? Where China doll at? But Sage, listen, Sage, I'm gonna just be real with you.
Go ahead.
I appreciate that you always, because she show love. She always be in my lives and stuff
Oh,
like
okay,
that. She
okay,
be in my
okay.
game community and things like that, and I appreciate it. But it's just
Mhm.
something about you. It's just
That
like
irritates your spirit.
a
So
little bit,
let's
just a
get to the
little bit,
bottom of it. Let's get
just a
to the
little
bottom of
bit,
it.
just a little bit. You know what it is? It's like you talk too much. You just talk too much. You
That's my
know,
gift.
she talked too much. And it's nothing about you. It's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just for me, I don't like women who just be talking too much.
But you keep
You
inviting
know?
me to your show, so you must like it.
No, I do. I do. I like the entertainment because nobody was coming up. But I
Okay.
look, I'm not saying there's something wrong with it. I just personally don't like it. You know, women who just be just oh, you just talking. He over here trying to give you some good information, and I feel like your response to it was like you kind of just shitted on it, like you wasn't even
This your
listening.
second time inviting me to your show, but I just talk too much. Mm. Okay.
So right now,
Well, thank you,
he's
sir.
doing, you're proving what he's saying right now. You're not really listening to what he's saying. You're not getting the information of what he's giving you. You're just talking. You're not listening to digest anything. You're just basically trying to be responsive.
Hey, Sage,
You
I got
know,
a question. I'm curious, Sage. I'm curious. Do you have a man right now?
I'm waiting for my husband, and
When
I'm
was the
not
last
dating.
time you were in a relationship?
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Red flag. I'm gonna drop the flag on the play.
Because
You
I
ain't
want
had a relationship in 4 years.
no,
That say a lot about you,
I
Sage.
chose not
Now,
to have a
now
relationship.
we can say, you know, you a quality woman and you waiting for a quality man. But I'm a quality man and I look for quality women. It wouldn't take me 4 years to find some quality.
Okay,
What's
I'm
really
not.
going on, Sage?
So I'm not looking. So when I was taking my break, first and foremost, see, that's what I'm saying. You don't like you. It's not that you don't like me. You don't like you.
Break
So,
that down because I don't feel like that makes sense based on what I just said.
I'm about to answer your first question. Your first question was this. I'm not looking for a quality man right now.
You looking for a husband?
I'm
How you gonna have a
becoming.
husband if you don't have a man first?
I'm becoming. Can I speak here? I'm becoming a quality.
You gotta get to it, Sage. You
I'm
got to get to.
becoming a quality. Do
You
I gotta
dragging it
yell?
along. Like you can
Damn.
say what you say in
Can
five
I
minutes in little 30
can I
seconds.
speak? I'm becoming a quality woman. I'm taking a healing break, and that's what I mentioned earlier when I was speaking to. I'm sorry, TKO.
Yeah.
Okay, when I was speaking to TKO, but you wasn't listening because you waiting to use me as an example for your platform, and that's fine. I'm here to participate, but I'm
Why
gonna
do
be
you think? Hold
myself.
on, baby. Why do you think you that important?
Why do I think I'm not
Like, like,
important? Because
like,
he has
like when
nobody
you,
coming up to his
like,
show.
y'all be cute.
He
Y'all be
invited me
having some
twice,
nerve to
but he
say
talked
that.
to me. You don't want to talk to me, so
You
you
said
don't want to
what?
talk to me. You said I talk too much, but you didn't invited me on here twice. I mean, I'm trying to figure out the energy. Is it love or is it hate? Because when I'm in your comments and I'm supporting and I'm saying what I'm saying, it's genuine and it's heartfelt. And so,
And didn't I say that
but
I
as far as
appreciate
important,
you coming in and showing love how you do? Didn't I say that?
but,
See, look at her trying to be the victim. See,
so,
this is what we
but
be talking
as
about, right?
far
Look
as
at this woman
important,
right here trying to be the
as
victim. Trying to be the victim, man.
I'm not trying to be a victim,
Sound
but
like it. Now, look, you see
as
how she
far
got
as
the position?
important,
I be trying to come in your comments, but you overlooked the fact that I showed you some love and I recognize you for always being on my stuff. Didn't I say that? I said she be in my school, she be in my comments, and I appreciate that, right?
mhm.
But you want to overlook that and talk about something else. You see how women like to look for the negative and not the positive? I'm trying to listen, Sage. I'm trying to do you a favor right now, right? I'm trying to put a mirror up to you. You looking for a husband, and I'm trying to show you the things that us men are seeing that a husband may not like.
Okay, but y'all don't want wives, so why you gotta tell me you don't want wives?
Cause I'm still a man. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay, tell
hey, if
me.
you don't want to
Tell me.
take
I'm
some
listening.
information,
I'm
I
listening. Tell me.
understand.
Tell me. Go ahead. Tell me. I'm listening. I'm gonna be quiet.
Nah,
So
I see you
look,
already overlooked. I was trying to tell you now. I feel like you just trying to, just say some shit now. TKO, you got some shit to tell her?
now I just want to ask her, like, I wanted to get back to the original question, like,
Hmm.
what do you like? What do you value in a man? What's a man to you?
I mean, I've been really trying to figure that out. From my standpoint, I follow Goldie's platform because I see a lot of like attributes, like as far as
So,
like a leader, a strong communicator, a strategist, a thinker. And so I think that that's what a man is. But I also think he's caring and he's kind and he's a gentleman, he's compassionate.
so, so you believe that a man is just somebody that's caring, that's kind, and that's a leader. All right. So these are all the qualities, and you said so. Yeah, I didn't say that verbatim, right? So when I asked you what do you give, because at the same time, the universe is always gonna get what you deposit. You always gonna get it back, right? So if you want to receive something from the universe, from the creator of the universe, then you got to make sure what you're putting up in there. What are you putting in to get that? Because right now you said you going. How are you waiting for a man when you
I
say you're still in?
serve.
Hold on, listen to me.
Mm.
How are you waiting for somebody when you're not even ready for what the fuck you're waiting for? If you're still healing. How can you be waiting for something? You should be saying, I'm not waiting for
I'm
nobody
not
right now. Because
waiting.
hold on, let me finish. You know how you just now said that we was cutting you off?
Mhm.
Now you
Mhm.
cutting me off. All right.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
what I'm saying to you, Queen, is this.
Mhm.
How the fuck are you waiting for something and you're not ready? Because if God was to bring you that person, you wouldn't even be in position because proper preparation for this for performance and certain things that you got to still do to heal because you're in your healing season.
Mhm.
So right now you shouldn't be waiting on nothing. You should be saying, I'm just practicing my healing right now. And after I do my healing, then I I will be waiting.
I'm working, but that's a part of the preparation.
Hey, Dre said something. Dre said something. He said,
I don't want to shine. Oh my
um,
God.
where
Go
did this
ahead.
comment go? Dre said, y'all missed a very important part when she said, I'm becoming a quality woman, which means you are not yet a quality woman.
Mhm.
At least you have some self awareness about that. Where are you going with that, Dre?
Thank
So you're not a quality
you.
woman.
Thank
But
you,
it
Jay.
sounds like I don't know what
He
Dre's
said,
saying, but I know,
he just said it. He said, so she doesn't feel she's a quality woman.
and that's where I was gonna
Mhm.
go with it. So I was gonna say you waiting, you looking for, and that's what all these women do. And some men do it too, right? You looking for a quality man, but you're not even a quality woman.
I'm not looking. I'm working. I,
You just not said you're waiting on a
I'm
quality. You said you're waiting on
changing
a
my
husband.
vocabulary. You told me to change it. And I'm changing it right now on the live in front of you. I said I'm not waiting.
Oh, so
I'm working, and in
you're
every
no longer
aspect.
waiting. Okay, so we got
I'm
somewhere.
working on
Okay, we building.
myself.
Okay.
I'm working in well, not really in the streets, but I'm working in every aspect. So yes, I'm working on being a quality woman, but that's a part of the preparation,
I
and
have a
that's a part of
question.
this.
I have a very important question. You say you're working to become a quality woman. That's great. What are you doing exactly to work on yourself to become a quality woman?
Well, what catapulted the journey was never mind. Um, a lot.
Okay,
I,
just
Okay, guys, I am back with yet another amazing book, The Tribe of Judah Experience, authored by Liz. Guys, I have my copy, and I have to say, it is a must read. If you are interested in getting your copy today, all you'll need to do is visit Liz's IG page, which is here on the screen. DM her, and she will give you further instructions on obtaining your copy today. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
mine. Um, a lot.
okay.
I've
Just give
been doing a
me
lot.
one. Since it's a lot, you don't got to give me all of them. Just give me one thing you're doing to make yourself into a quality woman.
Should I really just? I counsel myself.
What?
I counsel
Ladies
myself.
and
I leave myself.
ladies and gentlemen. You see, that's why I asked the question because see, you slick with your talk. I know slick talk. Me and TK, we know slick talk when we
You
hear it,
just
and you
like to
got a whole lot
about
of slick talk,
talk. I counsel
slick talk
myself. So
fluid. You
people
know,
pay for therapy, and I counsel myself. I know me. I look deep into myself. I counsel
Well, that's
myself. I take
your
out what
personal
I.
study. You
Okay.
know, there's safety in the multitude of counselors. That's scripture, right? So sometimes you got to go out. That's why I tell you all the time. The reason why I bump my head so much, and one of my mentors is in the comments. You know, the reason why I bump my head so much is because I didn't have nobody. I wasn't going to mentorship. I wasn't looking for somebody to have more knowledge and game than me. And that's what your problem is. If you're coming from, especially from a place and you're trying to heal and you're already making all these mistakes, that means it's something that you need to, it's some things that you need to learn. You know, it's certain things that you need to go get some mentorship, or you need to, name me 3 books, self-help books right now that you got in your
Yeah.
house.
So I read options and volatility.
Show me.
Um, you want me to go grab it? You on the charger? Give me one second. I'm about to go grab
Three.
it.
That's okay. Just tell me 3. It's okay. You don't got to get up. Go ahead.
Okay.
Just give me
So
3.
you want me to grab it or not? I read them though, so you don't
Go
believe
ahead.
me.
all right, man. Look at that
Um,
direction. Look at that direction she taking. You said go get the book, man. She hopped up quick, man.
cause
She
you didn't
hopped up
believe
quick.
me.
Then you
I'll
finna
go
go
get
grab it
it.
for you.
Mhm.
I think, hey, man, I think you working on her. All these good gems you dropping, man. You working on, you weighing on her.
Now, you know, the game has come out with whoever I talk to.
You know what?
You know,
I'm not gonna give my book
she
list out.
cool,
You
but
gotta pay for that. Ain't that right, Goldie?
Oh yeah, man. You know me. Yeah, they got to pay for my book
You
list.
gotta pay for it.
But listen though. I heard what you said, but listen, you can't see the picture from inside the frame. You
Hmm.
know, no matter what, you always need somebody outside yourself to tell you about yourself. And
right,
some of the best growth I've ever had in my life was for people. Really, it would seem like they was getting at me, but they was really just telling me stuff that was real. So I don't want you to take this as we trying to. Somebody said we trying to make you feel inferior. No, I'm really
right.
just giving you a perspective that you may not have had, and it might help you. You might
I
take it,
appreciate
you
that.
might not. If it makes sense, you take it. If it don't make sense, you don't take it. But we ain't on here trying to like belittle you or nothing like that.
Okay, I
Yes, indeed.
appreciate that.
But you know, and I also respect you just having the courage to come up in front of everybody
Right, because
Thank
everybody
you.
and chop it up.
scared in these chats, man. I don't know what it is.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
yeah, I
Well,
like
I
some good
enjoyed y'all.
conversation though. I like good conversation. So
Yo, yeah,
Thank
appreciate
you.
you, Sage.
Hmm.
All right, man. And who else in here? We got Smooth Lou in the chat. You want me to bring Smooth Lou up? You know Smooth Lou?
no, I don't know. I don't know Smooth Lou. Unless it's Pete Lou, unless it's my boy from St. Louis.
Let me see. I just added him, man. We'll see if he jump on. He hit that button a minute ago. I thought it was an interview. Lou,
Oh, okay, okay,
what's the
okay.
deal?
What it do? What it do?
Can you hear me? Can you hear us?
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, King. Yeah, we can't even hear you, King.
Down?
We can hear you now.
Yeah, what's going down, man? What's up, Goldie?
What's
What
the
up, TK?
deal? What's the deal?
What's going
What's
on?
happening, man?
You know TK?
No, I don't know
I
TK. I'm just hearing about him now. And yeah, so I was the one that made the comment about the different, poly life and the pimping and you know, uh,
Yeah, I said, man, what you got against the poly life, man?
I mean, I ain't got nothing against the poly life itself. It's just everything is about what the motive is behind what the man is doing. You know,
right.
it's either you pimping, you a player, you a gigolo. You know, what's really the motive behind what you're doing as far as your poly life or what you consider poly life? Because
Yeah,
you got
yes,
different types of poly life, right?
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And that's actually an excellent question. A lot of people don't ask that. They just assume, you know. But the first thing is, man, I submit my life to the Most High. That doesn't mean that I'm not, flawed in any type of areas or things of that nature. So, I live a purpose. And the things I want to do is, like I said, it's not self-serving no more. I'm here to serve the people. So with what I got going on, my queen assists me with helping that come to manifestation. The things that I do. So it's beyond me. I'm trying to impact people and leave a legacy. I'm here to help people. So, it's way beyond pimping and selfish ambitions and things of that nature. I already been involved in certain things in my lifestyle. I evolved away from that. I'm not knocking nobody that's in that lifestyle or love it. I'm just telling you who I am and where I've grown in, and things of that nature. So when it comes down to my poly and what I'm doing in polygyny, the correct term is, I'm just a man of vision. I'm a man of not just my vision, the Most High. Like I said, I submit to the Most High, you know. And yeah, he just directed me. And upon directing me, I'm doing poly with it because it's my natural habitat to be a poly, instead of being monogamous. So a lot of people look at me because I live in Las Vegas, I'm jeweled up and shit like that, and they can only minimize. It's easy to categorize it, but you gotta have some spiritual discernment about yourself and know what I stand for. And you just gotta look at my characteristics and look what I stand on. I live this shit. I don't just talk smooth or nothing that type of shit. I really live what the fuck what I talk about.
Right. And I know that you got, obviously you got a lot of following and you got your thing going on Instagram, and
Yeah.
sometimes people don't want to say certain things because they can't, because right, they're in the limelight. But I gotta ask you this question, right? As far as the poly life is concerned, the type of women that you deal with, are the type of women that you deal with, do they have anything to do with whether they strippers, hoes, or any type of lifestyle of adult lifestyle at all? Or
Nah,
you deal with the
nah,
square?
and that's why I separated poly from pimping, because, I got to be very careful with the type of women that I choose. Now, I've been approached by a lot of women as 304s and into this and into that. However, I know me, and I know that if I allow that inch, the devil to take that inch, I'm gonna allow that whole mouth because I already know that what I'm good at when I was in a certain lifestyle. So now, the women that's with me, they all into different things. I got one that's a scientist. She in the pharmacy.
I'm trying to tell y'all, these men out here, these predator men, they are constantly trying to rebrand themselves as this spiritual guide and just want to serve the people. But guys, check out this clip.
Watching stuff about Jesus, and like every time me and T Kill would get into it, he'd be like, pray. Just pray. Like even when he used to beat my ass, he'd just be like, go pray to God. And like
Wow.
I had started watching
Wow.
a bunch of Jesus
Jesus.
stuff. I had watched this movie. It was a beautiful movie about Jesus, and like I found God that day. But that was my breaking point when he tried to force me into a foursome. And then another break.
And just so you guys know, she is one of the many women who have been brave enough to come forward to create awareness as it relates to TK Capone, aka Antonio Keller.
So now, the women that's with me, they all into different things. I got one that's a scientist. She in the pharmaceutical world, So all my women do certain things that's different. A lot of them have careers.
Is that like honest?
You said what?
Is that you being honest?
Does that mean being honest?
Yeah, is that you
Yeah,
being honest? Is that
yeah,
you being honest? Because I'm
yeah,
just looking at the comments. Everybody say he lying, he lying. So I'm just
yeah.
I'm just wondering.
That's Bigo. That's a lot of people. I'm talking to you man to man. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so
Yeah,
then you do deal with the squares.
I deal with squares.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so then if he's just dealing with the squares, I mean, he really is in the poly lifestyle. I mean, you got different ways. You got different styles of poly. Because a lot of people coming up with this poly shit now. I mean, it's really
right.
old, but you got the polyamorous. Being polyamorous just simply means to be in a
Right.
relationship with multiple women and to have love for multiple women. It's not like where um, where a man is polygamous. There's a difference between being polyamorous and being polygamous. The polygamous, obviously, are men who get married to these women and they take care of these women, and these women are obviously at home and they take care of the household, the kids, and all that other stuff. So we're gonna just say that you are not polygamous.
Yeah. I'm polygyny. Like earlier, I don't know if he was up in the room, but I gave him the correct term and I broke it down. I'm not into polyamory, and I'm not into polygamy. Polyamory means everybody's in a relationship with each other within that relationship. But,
Right,
my women all in a relationship with me would make it polygyny because they're not in a relationship with each other. They're all heterosexual. Yeah.
right. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I ain't got nothing against people who are poly. What I do got, what I'm against is anybody who is portraying themselves like if your women were, let's say, in the life and they were prostitutes, and they were hoes, or they were
Right.
strippers, and they
Right.
were handing you the
You just call
money.
it for what it is. Then at that point, you know what I'm saying? If they in that lifestyle, then just say what it is. But if they not, and that's why I was trying to tell. Like I wouldn't even. I got so much love for the game. I wouldn't even disrespect the game by portraying that when I'm knowing that my women aren't involved in anything like that, and that's not what I'm doing. So I don't portray pimping. I don't portray nothing like that. I say probably because that's what I live.
Right, right, and not just for you, not just for you per se, but there's a lot of guys out there that claim to be something that they're not. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
they'll use
right.
those kind of tactics. They try to use those kind of tactics
Man, I see
to
it
get
every
at
day,
girls.
Smooth.
And
I see.
they live this so-called poly life, but yet they're dealing with a whole prostitute and they're taking the money from them and they calling it that. You understand what I'm saying? And it's really not that.
Yeah, yeah, I see it
So
all the time.
that's the kind of shit that me personally I don't respect, because if you pimping point blank.
Well, then he might as well drop off the panel because he's talking to one of those types of men right now. Because TKO does pimp out his women. Lately, I think he gave Armani a break because she just had a baby. But prior to that, oh yeah, Armani, his day one, who's been with him for 17 years, as he loved to brag and boast, he sell her too.
That's the kind of shit that me personally I don't respect, because if you pimping point blank in the story. Claim it all the way straight through. If you can take money from the bitch, then you better claim the pimping. You gotta ride with it all the way. If not, then don't say you're that and you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel, me personally, I feel every hoe, when I'm talking about the hoe, has or should have the ability and the honor to be able to deal with a pimp and be with a pimp, not with a gigolo, not with a con man,
Now with a
not
square,
with
now with a
somebody
con
who's
artist, like a
playing
whole
with
bunch
their
of
emotions for the money.
yeah,
I think that they really should be with a pimp. You
yeah.
understand? So it's just, me personally, I got a lot of love for the game and I got a lot of respect for the game. And unfortunately nowadays we're just seeing a lot of that, con man shit go on and all that other stuff. But you ain't dealing with the
You
hoes
know
around
what?
that. You're dealing with the square. So
Is
obviously
that
that don't pertain to you.
is that a
But for those,
is that a new thing going on where people is doing this poly is getting popular and people don't really know what it
man,
is, so
that's
they
called
claim
I
it?
think I'm gonna tell you the truth. Ever since I
that's
made it,
called poly scheming. That's what that is.
yeah,
Poly
yeah.
scheming.
Yeah, they do it
That's
a
what that
lot.
is.
I made this poly shit really, really on this internet shit. I made it real popular, and when people see me and they see the way I pop it, because I got some game, I'm always gonna have game about myself and the way I talk. You can just smell certain things up on me just because of what I've experienced in my life. So when people see that the way I'm living, driving Bentleys and big chains and all this other shit, right? A lot of people will be like, well, if he's saying poly, he's probably saying that for a cover up. So I need to do the same thing, right? And that's where it's mixing the lines, and I don't like that shit. And that's why I always say poly is not pimping and pimping is not poly. Don't even disrespect the game. Don't disrespect either one. Whether it's you pimping or whether you poly, don't disrespect it with blurring the lines, because not only are you confusing like the people, you're confusing yourself, you're confusing the people, and then you're gonna have a lot of motherfuckers trying to come over here into this lane, and they ain't got no business being into that lane or even into the next lane. Like it was this one dude that I knew that was trying to do some pimping and shit like that. He had just not got locked up because he was trying to claim poly, but he was really pimping, but he didn't really have even the game of pimping. They think that this shit is just an easy thing. Sit a bitch down, but let me just call it poly for the sake. Man, the police ain't stupid. And so you gotta. Man, it's a lot coming with this shit. You think you're pulling people, but you ain't really pulling people. So if you're gonna really be down for something, man, be down 10 toes deep and really do what the fuck you need to do and get off the internet. Don't be public.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I don't. I just feel like, man. People just they need to always be honest. As far as I always knew, the pimping was always honest about what he was doing, because pimping is what pimping does. And, it comes with the territory, especially nowadays. Everybody, knows that, people getting caught up in cases and this, that, and the other. And, that comes with the territory, at the end of the day. And I get, sometimes you got to be smart and, try to cover your ass or whatever the case is. But when you're putting it out there on Front Street like that, you're just looking for it anyway, because you're gonna be a part of it, and you putting it out there so that you're seen and you're recognized. I mean, they ain't no hiding. You know what I'm saying? There's just really just no hiding. It is what it is. So,
Yeah.
I just don't feel like, to the women, to the ladies, to the hoes, a man that they're dealing with and they sacrificing for should ever be lying about what they're doing
Mm-hmm.
and what the intentions are. You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I is this what you saying, Lou? Are you saying that it's dudes out here acting like it's poly, but it's really not, and that's what they're using to hook the broad in? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that a lot of guys are claiming to be poly, but their intentions is not that they are poly.
Right.
Their
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
intention is
right.
I
to
see.
break on the
I see
hoe.
what you're saying because that's not being honest with the woman and letting her have a choice of what she's dealing with.
No,
Right.
exactly,
And they hooking them in with false pretenses. Hey, nigga, that's how you get a case though. When she
and
figure it out though.
exactly. So, and like I said before, I feel like any woman of the lifestyle really deserves to be with a man of the lifestyle. They shouldn't be lied to and played with and played with their emotions for the money, because that's
Right.
con. And the pimping is not con. There's nothing con about the pimp. You understand
That's
what I'm
not even
saying?
a good foundation to even start on, because how you start is how you finish. So to be starting something, that's not even no strong foundation to start on. And any real woman that's gonna be building with you in any lifestyle ain't gonna really respect you at all, because they know that you're not even starting off on honesty, on the integrity of the shit.
Yeah.
You gotta be a man before anything. With anything that you do in life, whether you're doing poly, whether you ism, whether you're a dope dealer, whether you whatever. I feel like the first thing you should be doing is work on being a man first. Find out what those principles are, stand on that before you involve yourself in anything.
And there's a lot of guys out there that claim to be men that are not men, and they don't really know how to conduct themselves.
Okay, everyone, I have some really exciting news. Janae's book, Lesson Learned, is now available on Amazon.com. The paperback version is $25.55 and the hardcover is $47.90. So you can actually pick her book up on Amazon.com today.
Out there that claim to be men that are not men, and they don't really know how to conduct themselves with a woman, and all that other shit. And there's a lot of con men out there. There really is a lot of guys who are just conning these females for the money. And I just have a lot. Like I said, I have a lot of love for the game. I got a lot of love for pimps, hoes, and people who take them chances and them sacrifices for them to be, played. You know what I'm saying? By anybody. You know what I mean?
Oh, motherfucking ready.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I got nothing against somebody who, living the poly life, as long as that's what it is. And that's what it is, and the females know what time it
What
is.
you, Fox? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? I know you got some insight, man. I should have brought you up when the young lady was on.
You I'm just supporting you guys, man, because I love you. There's a lot
Appreciate it.
being said, man, and a lot of times, first of all, let me just say this, man. Whatever you do in any position of leadership you're going to have, the single most important thing is the preparation for hate. Not for praise, not for praise. The preparation for hate, because there's more hate in the world than love, right? And preparation for hate. I've ever done, I've always prepared for the hate, right? Let me just say this time. Remember when I was in Houston, I was going through a situation, and this back 2007, obscurity. Nobody was patting me on the back, was just in transition. But it was important for me to be there because I learned in that obscurity to be content. I learned to be content in obscurity, where hate, praise became the same thing. Now, once hate and praise become the same thing to you, then you're not motivated by either. So any position that you're trying to do, if you're trying to do anything big, having to hate, you're going to be offset from your objective.
And I think your Wi-Fi is cutting out. Is he going in and out for y'all too?
I mean, I can hear him. I can hear him
No, I
clearly.
hear. I
Oh,
hear.
okay, that's mine. Go ahead.
Yeah. So hate, that hate and praise thing, where it becomes the same thing to you, then that prepares you for you to achieve whatever objective you want to achieve, right? Everything I've ever done, I've always prepared for the hate because it hurts the most, right? So you want to make sure when the hate comes that it doesn't affect you. The hate from the government, the hate from jealousy, right? The hate from people who see you successful and they don't know how to be successful. They don't know how to do it, right? The hate, because the scripture says that jealousy is as cruel as the grave, and jealousy has to happen. So you got to prepare yourself for the hate. So when I hear you guys hear Goldie, UTKO, and other people that are trying to do their thing, having a certain amount of success, there's a lot of hate that go along with it. And I know I got, but it go along with territory. But if you don't prepare for the hate, when you're on them platforms and when you visible and people see you shaking, they know you ain't ready. You gotta be careful to hate. I love it. Because I always say you don't like me, get in line. I make a whole bunch of people don't like me all the time, from the government to the street.
No, that's real.
Yes,
Man,
indeed.
you dropped that lug on me right before I went to the BET Awards, and when you said that shit, I wrote it down. I had put it in my school and everything, man, and they loved it, man. Be okay in obscurity, man. That's deep. That's heavy,
Yes.
right? And when you told me, man, because if you allow their praise to get to you, you're gonna allow the hate to get to you. So you can't feel for neither. You put
Right.
it way better than I'm putting it, but man, that was some heavy
I've
shit.
always, yeah, I've always say that, you know, when people even when people show me love and give me compliments, you know, I even take that with a grain of salt. You know, I don't get too highs on the highs, I don't get too lows on the lows. You know, and that's why I can stand in what I've been standing on. This is new, seeing all these comments for you and stuff like that. But you know, like I said, I've been going strong on Bigo for about 3 years, and I didn't been through the fire and all that shit. I've been tested, and I didn't have laws put in my life because of the app and everything. Man, this is a normal day for me. But I just feel like when you are sure of yourself and you know what you stand for, man, like that's the only thing that really matters. Like you stand on what you stand on. You can't be persuaded by either or. You know, people gonna love you, people gonna hate you. They come with it. People don't want the price that come with the
So
fame, and that's the other side. The polarity is hate.
let,
Hate with the love.
let me respond real quick to one person said, so Dre supports pedos, right? Do you support the American government? See, when people say things, they really don't think about what they're saying. Do you support the American government, right? Do you support the slavery, the child abuse, the rape of boys and girls, children, men, and women for hundreds of years? Because if you support the American government, then you're supporting that. That's what you're saying when you say, do you support pedos or something? Like, I'm a person that just says a person that, you know, intentionally messes with a child, you know what I'm saying, that I'm a supporter of that. I think the worst crime in the world is the rape of a baby. I don't think any crime is worse than that, the rape of a baby, right? So, no, I don't support somebody that is intentionally going to mess with a little baby, a little child or something like that. But let me just say this, right? Let me just say this, because in my case, I had a young girl who I did not know was young. And a lot of people did not believe that until she came on national news and admitted that she lied to me and all this kind of things, right? It never prevented me from changing the law. It never prevented me from doing anything in my life because I knew. But I'm saying people like running with certain things. I'm from the streets, right? And I know in these streets, we come up out of many different vices. And let me just say this to the world out there, right? What I would suggest to you is that you do better in your own families. If you allow a person that's a teenager to go on them streets, I want you to understand that there are wolves on the streets. Ain't nobody knowing what IDs is. There are wolves on the street. There's death on the street. There's murder on the streets. It's nothing to play with. Understand what you're talking about when you on these streets where murder is going on, where killings is going on, and where there's wolves. Because if you're not a wolf on them streets, you just gonna be a meal. I had to be a wolf. And everybody in them streets better be a wolf. So don't be shocked because you ran into a wolf. You are on the streets in the territory that wolves live. Do you understand
That's real.
what I'm saying?
That's
So
real.
I just want to put that out there because people seem to think like they forget about the things that go up on these streets, right? There's nothing going on these streets that's fair. This is not like, okay, well, we're gonna be fair about something. Everything on them streets is how to take advantage of you. If you slipping, how can I get an advantage of you? If you don't know something, how can I take advantage of you? So you got to be sharp to know something, right? Everything on those streets are about that. And so when you come up out of them streets successfully, like I have come up out of them streets successfully, right? And then you're able to communicate to the people that's in the streets. What I tell people more than anything, and then I'm gonna shut it down and let you guys talk. what I tell people more than anything as you're transitioning through your life, especially coming from the streets, is tell your story before your enemy does.
Mhm.
Tell your story before your enemy does. That would be what I would tell somebody coming from them trenches and from them streets, because they're trying to define what they're trying to do is when you come into mainstream, they're trying to make you look bad because you come up out of struggle, you come up out of them gutters, you come up out of them trenches, where normally you wouldn't have to do certain things in your life if you're living in the straight and narrow. But when you're in them trenches, boy, I tell you, damn, there ain't no rules nowadays. Damn, there ain't no rules, right? Tell your story before your enemy does.
Yeah, yeah, that's most definitely one principle I learned from you, and that's why anybody know anything about me is because I went forward and told my life, and I feel like the challenges, I tell people all the time, man, when you have challenges in your life, those are the things that help you go to the next level. It's not just what you go through, it's what you go through and what you overcome. If you didn't stop at that challenge and you learn from it and you apply it to something different and you use the wisdom from it, them challenges and things like that is gonna help you. So when it comes down to my trial and my errors in my life, man, I don't regret nothing in my life. It just built me to be the man that I am, and I feel like, he without sin cast the first stone. We all got skeletons in our closet. I'm just a nigga with clout. I'm just a nigga with the fame. I'm just a nigga that'll put myself up out there. I'm somebody that's so comfortable with myself. I don't mind being transparent with the viewers and my audience and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what makes it a little bit different from a lot of other people that live in private and live in secret.
Yeah,
You know.
people just man looking, man. People talking about, okay, good message, but wrong time. Back to the message. This is the message for real. This is the authentic message, the one that you could take with you after the entertainment, after the club. This is the real one that could stick with you, that could propel you in your own personal life, right? So I just wanted to say that because I love all them brothers. I'm from the streets. I love dudes from the streets. I love them with their frailties. I love them with their shortcomings, right? I love them in all their vices. Of course, I don't want them to stay there, but I love them where they're at. I love them right where they're at because that's where I come from. And that's what we don't have. We don't have no genuine say, bro, I love you and you could do it, right? Because one thing, and I'm gone, y'all, for real this time. Look at one
Man, take your
Now
time.
we need some of this good old game
Yeah.
right here. You already know.
one thing, especially for black men, one of the worst things for black men is no one expects anything from him. No one. They expect him to be violent, murderous. They expect him to be low budget and be the worst. I am the very opposite. I expect him to be beautiful, to be excellent, to be brilliant, to be intelligent, and to be able to take whatever he's gone through and
All right, guys, quick intermission while we take care of a few housekeeping items. Have you already smashed the heck up out of that like button? If you haven't, please do so for me one time. Thank you in advance. The other housekeeping item, are you already subscribed to the channel? If you're not, consider subscribing today. Set your notifications to all so that you're notified when I go live or add new content.
brilliant, to be intelligent, and to be able to take whatever he's gone through and utilize that as something that could propel him. I have expectation for the black man. The world doesn't. And when nobody has no expectation of you, it's easy for you just to do anything because don't nobody expect nothing from you anyway. I'm up out of here, man. I love you guys, man.
Already.
That's
I
one.
appreciate you
All right, let's
jumping
go.
on, huh?
All right. Love you.
Already. Got some good game as usual.
They came through. You got any other words, Luke?
I mean, on the same topic, not really. We already said what we had to say on that topic.
Okay,
I do got
okay.
something to say about, if you don't mind. Um, the young lady that was on here. One thing I'm noticing, right, that a lot of these females nowadays that came from this generation, a lot of them come from these homes that are single family homes, single parents, and their mamas taught them to basically, think independently. But I feel like us as men, especially older men or those who are mature enough to understand the problem. We gotta stop attacking these females so much because they're just ignorant children in the mind, and they need understanding. You know that female that was just on here, and she was saying, I'm working on myself and this, that. And I think it's important to give her a round of applause for that, even though she still needs to work on herself. But there's a lot of females who are not working on themselves, who really believe that just because they're coming with some ass that they're entitled to anything.
Yes, a lot of women they not even thinking about working on themselves.
Right.
That's not even a thought. They not even
So,
thinking in that type of direction. Most
so
women wouldn't even have got on this camera.
exactly. So, we gotta kind of like give them a little bit of a pat on the back for trying, because if not, they end up going back to what mama taught them. Men ain't shit, because they get bashed all the time. And if a man that is intellectual and got his shit going on, and has the understanding that, baby girl, you just been raised wrong, it's important that we continue to educate them properly and give them the opportunity to become great women. Because at the end of the day, it's really sad to see how bad these females have become nowadays. See, I'm 46 years old, so I knew when women were great. I still got to get a taste of when a young female had some kind of respect for herself. You know what I'm saying? That even a female who was a prostitute didn't do half the shit that these females who are just squares, exposing themselves the way they expose themselves out there. Their bodies out there all naked. They walk around naked. They're walking with a boyfriend, and their ass is out and all that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that self respect that females had back in the day. So I just think that as men who, at the end of the day, we still need good women in our lives too, even though we may not be monogamous. We still, as poly life type of men, whichever poly life it is that you're trying to live, we all want good women in our lives. You understand what I'm saying? So it's important that us as men keep educating these females and not going in so hard on
Let
them,
me ask you
especially the ones
a
that.
question. Let me ask you a question, Lou. Where's the discernment between a woman who's teachable and one that's not for
Well,
you? Because I know everybody's temperament is different, and there was a time in my life where I'll take the lowest of the low with no type of understanding, and I would work and I would try to give her some understanding. At the point that I'm at and the things that I'm doing, I don't have the time nor the desire to even spend the time with a woman who I have to even teach that much. Everybody's different, but for you, where's the discernment between she's a lost cause and I'll work with her for
well,
you?
the first thing is to see if she has the potential to be a submissive woman. Can she be submissive? Me, I know that I have to be a patient individual, and I am very patient because it's something that you have to learn as men. You have to learn patience, and whether or not she's worth it, only time will tell. But one thing we're not going to have is disrespect. We're not going to have a female who feels that she's above me or that she can be better than me. We're not going to have a female who is not even trying to be a submissive type of woman. You see, the females today have a misunderstanding of what it is to be submissive. They think to be submissive means to be controlled. It's not to be controlled, it's just to give me my role as the man and as the leader and the head of household. So if you can't give me that, then we clearly not going nowhere. We're not going to get nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not quick to just say, and this is me, I'm not quick to just, I don't like her response, I'm not going to fuck with her. That I'm not like
Yeah, hey, that's me to the motherfucking teeth, man. But you know what? Everybody's different, and everybody go about their things differently. And I've had some great women back in the day who I took a lot of time with, and they ended up being something. But more times than not, the harder it was to get them on my page, the more short lived it was. And that could just be anecdotal. and not really. But I've solidified it in my mind that I'm not taking ducks and teaching them to fly. I'm teaching eagles and teaching them to fly in formation. But
But
it's all on the temperament of the individual.
but you also know why too, because I used to do the same thing. I used to be the builder uppers, but you also know the reason why you're not doing it no more because you also build up your value. That's who you are. You put more time, like when you was doing that back in the day, you wasn't probably the same.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I have yet to hear one of these men acknowledge what a woman can teach them. And to me, it's giving very much Captain Sava 304 syndrome. You know those men that go around looking for women who are weak or who won't challenge them and will submit to all and everything that they say? That's what it is. That's who they look for. That's who they target.
You put more time, like when you was doing that back in the day, you wasn't probably the same though that you are
That's a
today.
fact. And I had the time to do it because I didn't have as many things going on.
Right.
That's the thing that you live a totally different life, right? You got other shit going on, and like you said, you ain't trying to teach the ducks how to fly, and you want to teach the eagles how to fly in formation because you yourself are seeing yourself like an eagle. You up in the air, and you got a whole lot of shit going on up there, so you got to keep up with me, type shit. You understand
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right.
Now, there's nothing wrong with a man who wants to take the time to, or can take the time
Absolutely.
to build.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm glad you're saying that too, because some people might hear me talk, hear TKO talk, hear somebody else talk, and think that's the only way to do it. And they not even in a position where they catching eagles because they not
Right.
on that altitude. And what they
Right.
should be doing, because guess what? The only reason I am who I am is because when you go through that process of building a woman, you sharpening your game. Me having problem women that I was dealing with and molding and shaping built my game. If I was only fucking with ones up there flying on a high altitude, I would have never got no character with my game.
Exactly.
And
And
sometimes it means something even more to a woman where you can take her from way down here and bring her way up here.
It empower you when you see that you
Yes.
done took somebody from here and built them into
it's
that.
like
You get pride from
Yes,
that.
indeed.
it's like I say, I like to take an ugly duckling and turn her into a
Hey,
swan.
yeah,
You understand?
man, it's something. It feels good when you can say, "Yeah, I did that," and she know you did that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To
So
build a human's life, this ain't just you
no,
painting on a wall. This is you really taking a
that's
soul
what I
and
mean.
building this person's mind, body, and soul, physical and internal, changing the way she think. That's power. That's when you really feel like a god.
It,
You know?
and at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's just a matter of what level you trying to do it on, or
Right.
what level you on in life. It don't make you any better than me or me any better than you because
Right.
of where we at. It's
And
just that's just how we.
and I think that's big that they don't understand, man. Players, hey, every player do how he do differently. It's not just one way to do things. There's a million different ways to skin a cat. And I feel like people on the outside in think it's all one thing and they looking for this blueprint, this book, this thing. And it's not like that.
That's right. It's not, and I mean, it's something that we can monetize on, at the end of the day, because they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have that understanding. But um, I
That's the
think
final
that
frontier of this shit right now, man.
I think as men, you know what I mean. We all have a certain role and a place to play in a woman's life, and abandoning all of them is not the case. I mean, again, not every female, because I can't call them women. Not every female is worthy of a man. Not every female is worthy of a man.
Yeah, that's a
You
fact.
understand? Because to become a woman is a title. That's a title. Just like becoming a man, that's
Yeah.
a title. You're not that because of gender. You know what I mean? You're that because you became that through how you act and how you conduct yourself.
Yeah.
With
And,
responsibility.
And I say it all the time, man. How can she respect my manhood if she doesn't respect her womanhood because she's not a woman yet? How can she
She's not a
appreciate my
woman yet.
manhood if she's
Right.
not a woman yet? So if she's not
Right.
even a woman and doesn't understand the integrity and the principles and the things that it takes to be a woman, she can't even appreciate me standing on principles and my morals and my values and give me the appreciation.
Hey everyone, have you already subscribed to my new YouTube channel, Danny Love? My platform over there, I deal with true crime, current events, and recently I've gotten into a little bit of politics. Guys, please go over if you have not already subscribed and subscribe today. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers on this new channel before the end of 2024.
Appreciate me standing on principles and my morals and my values and give me the appreciation. So sometimes, like you said, you have to teach her how to be a woman with integrity and principles and morals and things like that for her to be able to appreciate that in you. Because sometimes she don't even recognize your greatness because she don't know what it took to be that because she's not a woman.
and
Yeah,
and not only that, that also, like you said earlier, that makes you feel good as a man.
it does.
You know, it really does make you feel good as a man to say, I took this from nothing, I molded this, and I created something out of it. You know what I'm saying? I now have a woman. You
Yeah,
understand? I created this woman. I created this female to be a woman to me. You know what I mean? And she might, you know, the situation might not last forever, but at the end of the day, she hopefully she can go out into the world and be a great woman to another man. You understand? It it's a win-win at the end of the day. We ain't got nothing to lose unless we're wasting time with people who are not trying to get nowhere.
right,
You
right,
understand?
right. Because I
And
feel
we
like
have
it all come back to you too. Because you out here building up women. I'm teaching women to read. I'm teaching women to have a better mindset. I'm giving them etiquette. You know, I'm teaching them to stay off drugs and why drugs are bad. You know, and I'm putting that energy out into the world. Whether she get with another man, whether she have kids, that imprint that I put on her, that positive impact is going into the world and affecting the world. Well, you know, a small ripple goes into the ocean. You know, so I feel like that still come back to you when you putting out good in the
of
world.
course it's a blessing to you at the end of the day because you
Yeah.
played your role as a man. You did what God wanted you to do.
Nah, that's real.
You understand?
Yeah,
That's
it's all
all part
about
of God's plan.
it's all about intention behind everything, though. You know, like I tell people all the time, you know, two people can have the same actions but can have very different intentions, and that's where you get your blessings from is from your intention. If you're not going into a situation that make it all about you and say, what can I get? What can I get out the bitch? What can the bitch? But if you're actually going in saying, hey, this is what I can do, and you come with that intention to like, okay, well, yeah, we build together, but at the same time, I already know what I can do with this woman. I already know I can take it from here, I can take it from there. And you really intentionally genuinely doing that. That's where the stuff will start manifesting and it become beautiful. But like I tell people all the time, a lot of people talk a lot of good game. All that shit may sound good, but their intentions might not be there. That might just be to get the girl, and you'll look up years from now, they either in the worst situation or you know, just basically standing still because it's about what your real intentions is behind certain
And
things.
you
Hey,
see a lot of guys fall off when they do that. You know, I
yep.
always say, man, see, I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe a lot in karma, and I believe a lot in spirit, and I understand that everybody has a spirit. You understand, and if you do wrong to somebody, that person may not be that person. They might not be the one to do something to you, but you don't know what spirit they got walking with them.
And
You understand?
same thing when you do good. The person you do good for might not be the one you get your good
But
back for.
that's
That's why,
right.
and that's what I see a lot of times. Dudes is running calm. They trying to let me see what I can get without giving. I've understood now that I'm gonna go in with my purest intentions,
Yes,
even
That's
if
it.
indeed.
she
That's
or
it.
he doesn't have
That's it.
pure intentions and they're trying to get.
That's right.
I've had women tell me, "Yo, I was just trying to choose up, get some game, and leave, but you were so real. You really poured into me. I changed what I was gonna do." And I'm not saying that that's what you should be shooting for to happen, but I'ma always go in full throttle 100% because I'm gonna put that energy out in the world with good intentions. And I know it may not come back from her, it may come back
It
somewhere
might
else, but I'm putting that
come
energy
back
out. It
somewhere else.
gotta come
Got you.
back.
Yes,
And a
indeed.
lot of these dudes, they going into it like, what I'm gonna get? I'm only gonna give a half because I want to see if she get half. That's the wrong
Exactly.
way to do it.
Right.
You know,
Exactly. You
when they
already
say the
starting off
game ain't
wrong.
dead, everybody just scared. You scared. You scared she gonna play you. She scared that you gonna play her, and that's why don't nothing get done. Somebody got to jump out on the ledge and say, all right, I'm a overgive. And, you know, if you want to fuck me over, that's what you did. But you saw my intentions was pure.
Because you
Yep.
really only fucking over yourself, you know. That's it. That's when it comes down to it.
That's
That
right.
person don't owe you. Just make sure you're doing everything with a pure heart.
You
And
know,
you're going to get back in the universe. Can't nobody ever stop your blessings if you're doing shit with pure
that's
intentions.
right. And I tell that to guys all the time, you know, and I try to let guys know, man, listen, if you're gonna deal with a female of the lifestyle and she's trusting that you're gonna do the right thing by her, make sure you do the right thing by her. You understand? Whether you know, it's not just give the designer and the jewelry and the cars and all that other stuff. No, it's what you have to
Yeah, your
offer her as far
best
as
foot forward.
exactly what can you teach her, how can you build her, how can you make her a better person. That's what you should be trying to focus on,
Yeah,
not
man.
just sticking your hand out, getting money from her, and then fuck you bitch because you no longer are of any use to me.
And I feel like that's the ultimate trait of a boss. When you getting into a situation where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna give her my best foot forward, I'm gonna put her in position, and I know she can take it and run away with it. And if that's what she do, that's what she gonna do. I ain't tripping. It's only a nigga when niggas be like, oh, uh, I don't want her to steal no game. Well, man, if the bitch can steal some game, you ain't got no game. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all you got. Niggas is scared. Oh, the bitch gonna steal some game, man. Your game ain't that
Gonna
heavy if the
steal
bitch
some
can steal
game.
it all.
She gonna steal some game. First of
You
all,
know,
it's
but
crazy.
that's the mentality of these dudes. Oh, she gonna steal some game. Your game ain't heavy if she even think about that. If your game really heavy, she gonna see the little you gave her and be like, man, he must got so much more. You know?
Is that if he really got game, the last thing he's worried about is her taking
Exactly.
anything because she ain't gonna go nowhere. She ain't gonna
Exactly.
try to go nowhere because she knows she's dealing with a boss.
Or she gonna leave
She knows she's
and double
dealing with
right back.
somebody with game.
Yeah.
And he's gonna understand, bitch, if you leave with what I've just put into you, it ain't gonna work anyway. Because my game only works when you around me. You
Straight
understand?
up. Straight up.
How
That shit
many
don't work
females,
without
let's
me.
be honest, how many females and you may have given some game to might have changed her life and she turns around and tries to make it on her own and you see
Right.
them go right back down to nothing
Right. Right. You know, it was everything.
because my
I
game
tell
don't
women
work
all the
without
time,
me.
this shit is only working because you in my energy bubble. You in my
Exactly.
sphere. As soon
That
as you out the sphere, baby, it
exactly.
ain't gonna
See,
work
I
the
came to
same.
you pure.
You
I
know what be
came
the
to you
worst
with good
though? You know
energy,
what be the
and
worst?
you
I'm pretty sure
came with
y'all seen
some
this before.
deceitful shit, and you
Yeah.
try to leave and try to run off with what you saw because you saw yourself
Right.
making all this money, and now all of a sudden, because you ain't with me no more, now it just don't work no more.
Yep.
The worst,
The
which this is
blessing was coming to me, baby girl. It wasn't coming to you. You was just a part of it.
Right, right.
right,
What you
right,
say,
right,
TK?
right. I said, and the worst that I've ever seen, I know y'all seen this, y'all probably be able to relate to this shit, because it can never happen. Even when I say this expression, it just make me cringe. But the women that try to take the game and then find a square and try to create
Oh
builder pimp.
my God!
Oh
Come
my
on,
Hey,
God.
come on.
They try to
man,
build the pimp.
That ain't never gonna work.
Impossible.
That ain't
it,
never gonna work.
it's always gonna be a miserable situation.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
of
I
course.
don't even get mad at it because you
I laugh
understand what's really going
at it.
on.
I laugh at it. I laugh. All you could do is laugh at that shit because chances are you don't warn her about that kind of stuff before. You probably
Yeah.
told her, "Hey, bitch, that's not gonna work with a square because a square is never gonna understand the hoe you are, the prostitute you are, the lifestyle you live. The square is never gonna understand nor respect that because the square thinks that you belong to him." And that your body belongs to him, and that nobody else should look at it. So he might start off with, oh yeah, she gets her own money, she cool, she giving me money. But then when them arguments start, you're just a whore, you're just a prostitute, you ain't worth shit. She starts to hear all that. Now what?
And I feel like that's why it's important not to make the money mean so much in your woman's eyes because she starts to think,
Never,
let me run off
never.
because I'm thinking the money is the most important thing. When you teach her, no, it's the energy that I bring, it's the positivity that I bring, it's the way that I think, the optimism that I give you, it's the accountability that I give you, it's my character, it's the principles. When you teach her that's of value, she doesn't think she's getting over, okay, I got all the game. No, the money is not the game, it's me and all of these intangible things that really making this shit work that you can't run off with. That's why it don't work. You running off with this little bitty information, but it takes all of this collectively to make that game work. But people
Including
put so much
my,
emphasis on the
including
money,
your presence.
and if you put so much emphasis on the money, when she could get that, she feel like you do not need it.
And then at the end of
Right.
the day, everybody's getting money. Everybody gets money. They
Right.
just get it on different levels. Money's coming from everywhere. You got a job at McDonald's, you getting some money. You're waiting for that paycheck. It doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with anything. The money does not. The money really doesn't have anything but monetary value. That's it. It doesn't. You can't buy respect with it. You can't buy integrity with it. You can't buy honor with it. You can't buy manhood with it. You can't buy womanhood with it. You can't buy anything with it except for the jewelry, the cars, and all that other shit that we can buy with it, literally that has a price tag on it. But at the end of the day, none of that shit means anything. You know what I mean? None of that shit really, really means anything. What's important is having good people in your life, good energy
And
in your life,
and
somebody that's gonna actually make you something better and
the
help you
older
become
I
a better
get,
person.
you get that wisdom, how valuable it is to have good, genuine people in your life and how valuable that is.
Yeah. And
But oh,
people just, don't understand that.
that's
So
for sure. Hey
females
man,
just,
appreciate the
females don't
game,
understand
Lou.
that.
Man, we about to have one female come up, then we gonna jump up off here.
All right.
I'll send you this clip, man, if you want it too.
Hey,
Yes,
nice to
sir.
meet you too, Lou.
All right,
Nice to meet you,
TK.
family.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna bring up one female, and then we could jump up off of here. We done had Drake come on, Luke come on, the female come
Yeah.
on, man. This is I had a whole lot of shit going on. Let's see, Queen Loca.
Yeah, the comments not even moving on my side. They just froze. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still getting them. We got a few females in
yeah,
here. We're gonna see if they're gonna jump on though.
I can look at my other. I'm gonna look at my other phone.
They said she ain't stealing the game, she paying for it. True that, true that.
See, I don't know how to remove.
All right, I guess she ain't coming on. I gotta hit somebody else. These people probably hit the button way sooner, earlier. Man, we done been on this motherfucker for a minute.
Yeah, I can't see. I can see people talking on the phone right here. But I can look through it, but on mine, I got mine on. I can't see. This is frozen.
Yeah, I'm trying to add a couple people, but All right, if anybody want to jump off before we jump off, anybody got some questions before we jump off, let me know. How long you do Bigo? When you on Bigo, how long you usually stream?
Oh shit, man. Sometimes I'll be on that shit like it could be like 6 hours, 4 hours too.
Oh, okay,
It just
okay, but it's
depends.
nothing to you. I gotta step my shit up, man. You gotta invite me over to that Bigo, man.
Hey, that's what I'm about to say, man. That's what we got to get you up over there. I think that you would be good for. Like I told you in person, I'm like, man, you'll kill that because you very opinionated like me, and you got a lot of intelligence, you got a lot of knowledge. So and you get a bag from me. So I know you like the bag.
So
I
what? I
like
should just make an account and then just get
when
on
you make
there,
the account, just let me know, and I'll get you started. And we need to do an interview over
man.
there. I'm gonna show you how we
Do
set
it.
that. We're
Let's
gonna have
do
probably
it,
about
man.
5,000, 6,000 people at one time.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it for
Yeah.
sure, man. I don't know. All of these people I'm trying to invite up ain't they not accepting or something's going on. Yeah, I think my comments froze too.
Your comments froze.
Yep, the last one I'm seeing is she ain't still in the game. She paying for it, and that's been up there for a minute, so I know the shit froze. Yeah, that shit froze, and that's why it ain't let me, probably why it ain't let me allow anybody to come up either. Well, shit, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. Your followers came on here. We had a consistent 500 people in here. That's more than I ever get. So they definitely following you from your platform. I gotta get on that platform. I know we
Yeah.
got some good clips in here, some good hits in here. I'll send this shit to you. And yeah, we gotta do it again. We gotta do it on the Bigo platform. We
Yeah.
gotta we gotta work. Man,
Yeah, I'm
you
with
know,
it, family. I have fun. I
yeah,
have
no,
fun
I liked it.
building.
I liked it. Especially next time. I hope we can have some more females come up. And you
Yeah,
know,
for the people who missed it, are we gonna post it on here? Are we gonna post it on YouTube or
we
both?
can do we can do both. As soon as I save it, it's gonna take a minute because this shit like 2 hours. But I got the one on the computer that we did first, which was really the interview. That's gonna be able to send right away. This one might take a minute. Sometimes it be tripping when I try to save it from Instagram because you could only save it on your phone. But yeah, and then really we got to chop up the best parts. You know, that's
I'm with
really how
whatever.
shit be going viral. With them best parts, we chop up and do some shit. But yeah, man. And like I said, man, we can do this shit anytime, man.
Well, it was a
I'm trying
pleasure.
to do this shit.
Yeah, when you ready to do the Bigo, I'm gonna bring you over into my world.
Man,
It's crazy over there.
I
But
need
see,
to
the
do
thing
that
about
shit
it is, I got a
ASAP.
lot of love. I got a lot of love. So I only went on there probably like 30 minutes before I came over. No, I came about an hour before I came over. So I got a lot of people that's gonna love you over there. You know what I'm saying? You always gonna get the hate, but like I said, I
Man,
got a lot of people that
your
love.
hate is fake though, because
Yeah,
nobody who was hating was coming on. And when you said, hey, throw some
yeah,
drips in here, a lot of people was throwing the drips. So
yeah. Well, I mean, but you fresh, you new, you doing your thing. So I think they'll love you. You know, I think they'll love you over there.
hell yeah, my shit frozen on this side. So shit, we gonna go ahead and jump off, man. Appreciate you. I'm gonna text you right now, and I'm gonna send you over this shit. Send me your email.
I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get a dollar out of me, no Cadillac, no perms you can't see, then I'm a P.I.M.P. I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get a dollar out of me, no Cadillac, no perms you can't see, then I'm a P.I.M.P. Now shorty, she in the club, she dancing for dollars. She got a thing for that Gucci, that Fendi, that Prada, that BCBG, Burberry, Dolce and Gabbana. She feed them fools fantasies, they pay her cause they want her. I spit a little G, man, and my gang got her. An hour later, had her ass up in the Ramada. Them trick talking in her ear saying they think about her. I got her right by the bar trying to get a drink about her. She like my style, she like my smile, she like the way I talk. She from the country, then she like me cause I'm from New York. I ain't that trying to holler cause I want some. I'm not trying to holler cause I want some bread. I could care less how she perform when she in the bed. Man, hit that track, catch a date and come and pay the kid. Look baby, this is simple, you can't see. You rollin' with me, you rollin' with a P.I.M.P. I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get a dollar